All
right.
If we do get to the point where we don't know, then we could just pull out our phones and figure out what we're going to talk about next, and then I'll edit it out.
Okay. Biggie voice wasn't like this before. He just got a smooth voice for the podcast.
Nah, I always had that. I'm just not. I don't have to talk loud.
It's Love Joe's at 12 a.m. at night. Let's get it popping.
What? What was it? Oh, come get it pants. I don't think Ashley might got some come get it pants.
What's that?
Get it pants. What is
The
that?
get it pants.
What's that?
That's when you got them tight pants that make a nigga want to come and get it.
I don't need tight pants for that. I don't need tight pants for that.
I might got a few pairs.
Face card is all I need.
Them leggings and them little.
And that one dimple.
That one dimple.
One dimp pit.
And the cleavage. That's all you
Okay.
need.
Let
And
me
we out
see.
here. Touch
Oh,
them.
peekaboo.
Uh-oh.
Peekaboo.
Get it. All right. That's all you need.
God damn, y'all. Hey, why is it so low? It seems like it's so low. But this is What's the Name podcast, y'all. I got some ladies in the crib tonight. This is the intro, y'all. Yeah. I might flow again. I ain't gonna flow with the ladies. Should I flow?
I can flow with you.
Uh-oh.
Get it. Get it, big. Start.
I want me to flow.
Hey. Hey.
Yeah, I said we on the podcast. Yeah, I whipped that ass back in 10th grade. Got the nigga fade.
Hey, he did it for a certain girl, but I ain't gonna name her because I'm cool with that. And all I know is I got my girl Akirk. She about to come through and let these niggas know that she don't play with y'all hoes, and she gonna bust all y'all glock.
You was doing good.
You was doing good.
It's your turn.
No,
All right.
no.
We chilling.
The song is going off. The song is going off. Y'all, welcome to the What's the Name in Them podcast. This your host, again, Biggie, Man LaFleur, Poppy Chulo, Jose Munoz, Rose Porter, all of the above. And I got my people with
And
me.
below. The
And
above and below.
Oh, okay.
All right.
And I got Ameera and Ashley. And I want y'all to introduce yourselves.
All right, go ahead, Ash. You first.
No, you next one.
Okay. Hey, y'all. I'm Ameera. What'd I say?
Whatever you want to say.
I'm Ameera. I'm coming through.
Oh,
Known
okay.
big
All right.
for over 20 years.
Oh, okay.
8th grade.
Copy.
We out here.
We out here.
With the bees and the shoes and the cornrows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see you, Ameera.
Gang. And here go bestie, Ashley. Go
I
ahead.
forgot that picture.
I got it.
Oh, okay. I'm Ashley, a.k.a. Akirk. And that's it.
Ninth
I like
grade.
sports, and that's it.
Oh, yeah. Ninth grade.
From
Ninth
DC
grade.
to Crossland.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah,
a
man.
journey.
A journey, man.
The journey.
We're going to have to touch on that journey, man, because you was a little hostile when you came to Crossland. And, you had your guard up
I did.
kind of high.
I did. I remember in ninth grade, I had a Winnie the Pooh book bag. I was the only person in ninth
Hold
grade
on.
with a book bag.
Actually, when you was talking to us about your book bag the other day when we was on the phone, you was like, and I was the only one that had a book bag. I was just like, we all had a book bag. I forgot. You ain't never said this was Winnie the Pooh.
It was Winnie the Pooh. I was proud of that book bag too. And Rolanda was like, "Why do you have a book bag?" And I was like, "What? It's school. Like, why wouldn't I have a book bag?"
Shit, it's high school. We don't...
It was. I ain't know. It was my
We
first
don't
time in
even
high
know,
school. Shit.
Well, I guess you got to have book bags now. KK, you had a book bag, but you don't really need it. No, matter of fact, you know what? We had lockers. They don't even have lockers no more.
No, but
Why's got lockers?
Drew Freeman got lockers.
That's terrible, because...
Potomac don't got lockers. That's the real gangsters and
they
killers.
got
there.
lockers, but they're not using them.
Wow.
Middle school wasn't
because they
using
can
them
store
either.
stuff that they not supposed to.
I guess. I don't know.
Oh,
but
wow.
that's crazy, though.
You already got clear book bags, metal detectors. What you gonna put in the locker?
That's true.
That's true. Y'all got metal
That's messed up.
detectors and clear book bags. Good God Almighty, we in the hood, y'all.
We are.
Shout out to the hood in PG County. Your kids is in PG County. Pray for them every day, please.
I'm not built for the hood no more.
I'm not either.
Me either.
But we kind of built. I mean, you got yours. I got mine. I mean, you know, shout out to us.
And I got mine
Okay.
at the store.
All right, man. So let me tell y'all about these two. Ameera, I met first in 8th grade, and my fondest memory of her is tomboy, which is crazy because of what she got on now. Y'all probably looking at her like, damn, you know what I'm saying?
She's sexy as shit.
Okay, all right.
Damn, don't hype me up, y'all. Don't hype me up.
But she had her mom and sisters and all that. They owned a hair salon, and she had crazy cornrows, like shitting on Allen Iverson, shitting on all that, crazy with the cornrows. And she had on Hyperflight 2s. If y'all know what Hyperflight 2s are, I'm gonna start doing pictures and shit. I'm gonna put a little picture up here. Hyperflight 2s, and yeah, I don't know. We was just was Tavon in our class?
No, Tavon wasn't in our class, but when I was listening to you and Wave Day podcast, it was David. Mm-hmm. It was Marcia.
Marcia was in our class?
Marcia,
okay,
it was Marcia,
David.
Trent wasn't in our class, but you know, I was listening to y'all podcast, but I think I was in chorus with Trent. That's how I.
Trent. Oh,
yes, sir.
That nigga always.
What's wrong with him, man? Trent gonna see this.
I was in chorus with Trent, and I had a crush real bad on Trent in 8th grade.
Oh, man.
Real bad.
Don't tell him that.
Ridiculous.
He already think
he knew. Back then, it went away. It came and it went.
Oh, okay.
So it was gone immediately.
Shout out to the crush. That thing went away. It ain't coming back.
Yeah, it ain't coming back.
Yeah.
You my man. We out here. But that's how we met. But I met Tavon because he embarrassed me real bad. Do you remember this? So me and you had gym.
Okay.
So we had gym together, and you know how in third grade they had all the other gym classes in gym, but they had them on like this stage or whatever waiting for the different classes. Mm-hmm. So we had to do gym, and we had to run across the gym as fast as we can. I always been
I think he's I think I remember something about that.
I always had like big boobs. So and Tavon is a thick lady lover. Like he always loved the thick girls.
Shout out Tavon. Man.
Shout out Architect. He always loved like heavier women. And so all I remember is me having to run across, and already, you know, it's middle school. That's embarrassing. So we had to run across, and all I remember is me running, and all I hear from the audience, the stage is one person screaming, yelling, and pointing at me.
Crazy.
Y'all, her titties. Y'all her titties, and I can hear it, and I looked at him. I had to like specifically like remember who was saying it because I was embarrassed. Mind you,
that's crazy.
New school. I was in the same school from pre-K all the way to 7th. So 8th grade was a new school for me. So I looked up and saw who it was. And I was like, I hate him. I'm never going to talk to him for the rest of my life because everyone's staring at my boobs going up and down. So one day when I was going back to the class that me and Big had together, because we had English together, I saw him and Tavon talking at the locker. So when we went inside the class, I was like, Big, you're cool with him? You was like, yeah, that's not bad. I was like, I hate him.
Straight up.
I don't like him. I don't like anything about him. He was like, son, but he likes you. He got a crush on you. That's what he was at the locker telling me how pretty you was. I was like, but he gonna embarrass me in front of everyone. He was like, that's just who he is. So that's how me and Tay became cool. And
that's crazy.
Tell the truth though.
But then we started dating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we dated like the end of 8th grade through the end of 8th grade, but 8th grade summer, he did not talk to me the whole summer.
That's crazy.
No text, no calls, no nothing. Did not talk to me at all. And then 9th grade, he thought such an ass. 9th grade when I saw him, he thought we was together. Tavon, we didn't talk all summer.
No, man, shout out Tavon. Ghosting niggas.
He ghosted me the whole summer.
He invented the ghost. Shout out to
He invented it. 9th grade, he ain't talked to me all summer. And then, 8th grade, he ain't talked to me all summer. 9th grade, we was in high school. We got back cool. We wasn't together. We was cool. But then I started dating Black.
Oh, man. I don't even know if I remember that either.
Oh, I remember.
Don't make it sound like a hoe on it. Don't make it so.
I don't know. It was 10th grade when I started dating.
No, it was 9th.
It was 9th grade. Yeah, I started dating Derek in 9th grade. Derek Black and.
I don't remember none of this. Mm-hmm. I wasn't dating
and then
nobody.
Hurricane Katrina happened.
What about Hurricane Katrina?
I remember that. That was a moment.
That was a moment.
That was a moment. And then Go ahead, Ashley. Go ahead.
Ashley, you what? I don't even, man. I just know you just popped up. I don't know. You popped up in ninth grade, and you just, I don't know. How did you know somebody before us? Like, how did you start hanging around us?
So I was hanging out with other people, and then Bianca, my best friend Bianca, was saying that she knew somebody that went to my school, and that person was Derek.
Okay.
And so she called Derek on three-way, and she said, so me and Derek talked. We became cool. The next day, I met him in the hallway, and then that's how I got introduced to all of y'all, and then it was a wrap for me and Derek, and I was locked in after that.
Because I did kind of feel like you was cool with Derek before all of us.
Yeah, so I met Derek first. Ameera and I had government. She had Dr. Haddis. I had Mr. Wilt. And so I met Ameera through Reese.
Okay.
Because
Shout
me
out
and
Reese.
Reese.
Shout out to Reese. We out here.
Me and Reese was in the same class, and then her and Ameera had another class together. And every day at lunch, I begged for their chips.
That's how Ashley became friends with me. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about how we became friends. So me and Reese knew each other.
Yeah, you and Reese knew each other.
And so
From what, class?
From
From
class.
class, yeah.
Okay.
And then me, Reese, and Ashley was in lunch together, but I was, of course, talking to Reese more than Ashley. I used to always get the cheddar and sour cream ruffles. So every day, Ashley would be like, oh, you got those chips? I never taste those before. Can I have some? Every day.
Every day?
Every day. And I'm like, Reese, you cool her?
Like, who is Shorty keep asking for my
You
chips?
cool her? She would do it every day. Then eventually, me and her just got super, super close.
Because
After
we
that,
never had a... No, we did. We had Miss Hurl together.
in 12th.
In 12th grade.
In 12th grade, but we ain't
wasn't-
had no class together.
It wasn't before then that we never, ever had a class together.
That's all right.
Yeah.
I was Crossland High School, y'all.
Crossland.
Class of 06. My dumb ass fails in fucking 12th grade. So I'm like class of 07 for real.
But why do you think?
I claim 06.
But so when you say you was failing, what did you think what was happening?
No,
for
it
12th
was
grade?
English. It was English, and it was world history. I had to take world history like twice, and I had Miss Slobotnik, whatever her name is.
Oh, me and
she
Aunt got
was-
in so much trouble with Mr. Blotnick class.
it was a bad class. That was like my last hope, and I couldn't fucking pass her class. So, I had. It wasn't the cool 12th grade English teacher that had the ponytail, Mr. Allen.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't him. It was the other one. I had the other one. He was very strict, and
You should have got Miss Hurl.
how do you do? I tried to transfer classes or whatever the case may be. The shit ain't go through, and I'm trying to figure out how you do it. If you get 2 E's, you can still pass, but if you get 3, it's over, right?
No, it's
If you get
per
two in a row,
semester, per quarter.
right?
Like if you got to at least pass 2.
2.
Was it 2?
I think 2.
Depending on the grade, though. Like, depending on the grade, you can't get 2 E's and 2 D's.
Yeah.
You got to have it so that it averages out to your final and you get like a C.
However it was, I got that final E where I knew I wasn't graduating, so then I was just like, fuck it. Because
But
I
you
knew I
still
needed.
went to prom with us and stuff.
Nah, I didn't even go to
You did?
prom. So let me tell you this story. I was supposed to go to prom. I bought my prom shit. I had a date.
Who's your
everything.
date? Who's your date?
Don't ask me that.
Do the
on
push the
here.
button.
Nah, I'm trying to. So do y'all remember the little Dom girl, Paris?
Yeah. Paris was your date?
No, I was supposed to go with her, but I don't know what happened. I didn't end up going with her. But
I'm glad you didn't. You
nah,
guys-
she was gonna dress up like a girl.
No,
though.
she did dress up like a girl, but I'm
That's
just
what I'm
saying
saying.
that y'all would look like Shaq
It
and
would look
what was
crazy.
the girl name?
It would look crazy, but then the girl I was actually
From
supposed to
Flavor
go
Love.
with, which is sad. I can't even think of this girl name.
I know you talking about.
I cannot think of this girl name.
Hoops.
Yeah.
Shaq and Hoops.
I can't think of the girl name, but I was supposed to go with her. We was wearing cream and orange, and I even dyed my hair orange and everything, like the tips and shit. But I don't know. That's like Bama.
He
now.
just brought up a picture.
Yeah, I'm gonna find a picture.
Yeah, you
I
got
don't know
to.
where I'm gonna find a picture, but I wasn't going to school every day because I knew I wasn't going to pass, right? So the day I come to school to purchase my prom ticket, I come in the door with niggas that's running, like trying to skip school or trying to run back into school from McDonald's or something. They just got pressed out. So I came in the door with them. I had nothing to do with them. I parked my car right in front of the building, and I was walking in to get my prom ticket and bounced. I come through the door with them, so I think it's what, Miss Parham? Mm-hmm. Is that that's crossing,
name,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so she catches all three of us. And I'm like, I'm not with them. I don't know these niggas. You know what I'm saying? They come here, boys, come here. I'm like, I'm walking. I have nothing to do with them. I'm here to buy a prom ticket. Are you supposed to be in class? I'm like, yeah, but I ain't come to school. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? They take me in the office, they suspend me, and then they tell me I can't come in. I can't go to prom. So I bought all that shit and couldn't even go to prom.
Blown.
See, but that's where I feel like we are different as parents today, because there's no way in the world that my child will be caught up in something it is that had nothing to do with them, and you suspend them, and I not come and advocate for my child. Like, if that would happen to my child, it wouldn't have been no prom. Like,
Straight up.
It wouldn't have been no prom, because that's when our parents come. And I don't think our parents was just so lax. Like, I never really had to report to my mom what my grades was, for real. Like, it was on
But
me
I think
to
it's
make my
different
grades.
though, because we have access to our kids' grades like on demand.
Yeah.
That our parents really had to wait until progress reports and had to wait
we
till
had to wait,
report
man.
cards.
I didn't know what the fuck I was about to get from this teacher, man.
So you know how kids back in the day, they used to hide their I ain't receive it, or they ain't mail it in. But no, we have access to that online. It's just a different.
But the first
different.
one, our parents used to have to pick up everyone. All the second, third, and fourth, it was mailed.
Yeah.
But the first one, they had to come in.
Well,
and
not
pick
the,
up.
nah, I don't even think that, nah.
No,
Pick up.
I
We
feel
had
like
to-
they came home with the student.
came home with the
and your
student.
parent supposed to sign it and bring it back to let
Supposed
you
to.
know.
They
Yeah,
don't
supposed
never-
to. But
yeah.
then the parents used to forge it.
That was 20 years ago. I don't know.
They used to forge it, and even like all the, cause I just remember, like, even I wasn't a bad student, but all the like permission slips I used to have forget to get them signed, but my sister signed every single one of my permission slips on the
shout
way
out
to
to your
school.
sister, man.
Shout out to Sophia, she signed every single one.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I didn't go to that prom, but it's crazy because I ended up going to 2 other proms. So I didn't go to mine, but I went to Friendly's and I went to Oxon Hills.
During that same year, who you go to Friendly with?
Not the same year, but I went to the Friendly prom with Selena,
Oh, I remember
Marcus, Selena?
Marcus Selena, and then I went to the prom with Toya.
Okay, I remember
Oxon
Toya.
Hill.
She lived in y'all neighborhood, right?
Nah, that was Selena. So Selena and Taja. Taja
lived in your
cousin
neighborhood.
was Toya.
Okay.
Yeah. So I went to her prom.
All right.
And I think that was, I think that was 07 and 08. So I didn't go to 06, but I went 07 and 08. Damn, what's the joint on Annapolis Road? Fontaine Blue or whatever. Fontaine Blue or whatever. That's where the Friendly joint was. And then Oxon Hill joint was at the Renaissance downtown.
Yeah. Nothing will ever compare to Crosslands. It was a night to remember.
Where was it?
It was a night to remember. That was the thing.
In D.C. somewhere.
It was in D.C. somewhere. But it was at a hotel. Yeah.
Oh, a hotel. Okay. Might have been the Renaissance or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was.
Can y'all believe I was homecoming king? And then I don't even fucking go to the prom? Man.
Who was prom
But
king?
Biggie, I feel like you been that dude since
shit.
forever.
Don't make me cry. Don't make
He
me cry.
already know. Like, I talk to Big. Me and Big talk often. I feel like more recently
Than before.
than
yeah.
before. Like, something happened within like the last year or two where we've connected more than we have before. Like, I think before we would talk like, hey, checking in. Like, hey, Big, how is everything? But I would say we both had great losses that was similar to hurt us in our best friends aspect to us.
True.
Yeah. So both Aunt and Tay, I think they both held like a big space in me and Big's life.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of the times when I was talking to Aunt, it was always Big on the phone sometimes. On three-way, we was talking in the same way with Tay.
Yeah, three-way, man.
Three-way, we was three-way all the
we
time.
stay on the phone,
Stay
man.
on the phone. So
Stay on the phone.
That's also new about this generation too. Like, we would have like full-blown conversations hours long. Hours long.
But it's still kind of like that. Like, if we all get on the phone, we could be on the phone for hours too. Now.
But not the newer generation. Do
Gen
y'all
Z?
think Gen Z?
No, Gen Z. I need to move it down.
But I think like more so like the last year, maybe 2 years, me and Big have been talking more, and I've been listening to his journey more as a man, because it's sometimes I think with Ashley, my relationship with Ashley is a little bit different because we've grown together. Like we had our one instance where we wasn't talking for like a year, maybe 2 years, but we're talking about 20 plus years. Not talking for 2 years is nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing. So
I mean, me and Tavon had a falling out, but I don't remember what it was about. But
it's insignificant now when you really think about it.
I don't know what. I can't even tell you what it was. We wasn't talking for a little minute, and I don't know. He stopped cutting my hair and everything, because once I cut my dreads, he was my barber. He stopped cutting my hair, and that's when I went to start on the Pierre. But it was probably like 2-3 months. We didn't talk.
How did that, like, was he on your mind every day?
I mean, yeah, that's my dog. That's like my brother. So of course, yeah. But it's like as long as I know they fine. Like even if y'all, like somebody stopped talking to me, like if Aunt came home and stopped talking to me, I would be hurt. Of course, like I'd be a lie to tell you I wouldn't be. But is he fine? Is he okay? Like is somebody talking to him? Ashley, you talk to Aunt? Ameera, you talk to Aunt? Okay, cool.
That's what we was. Me and Ashley didn't talk.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
What happened?
I told your business to Aunt.
She told my business, but that's not even a thing. I would say that is a thing, but
it was out of a concerning place. But I think sometimes when we stop talking as friends, it's more about what I'm going through in my life, and I'm feeling some type of way already. So it's easy kind of for us to cut each other off versus, hey, friend, I'm going through this. I'm struggling. And can you help me work through it, or I need some time? It's back then, the immaturity, we were quick to just cut each other off and not talk about it, versus us getting into it now. It's, all right, I'm going to give you a day to cool off, and then let's talk about it. Like our instance last week where you was just upset with me. You called me out on it. I apologize. You know, it wasn't nothing major, but it made you feel some type of way. So, of course, me being your best friend, that shit made you feel some type of way. Ameera, I apologize. It was not like that. You know, I love you. And that's growth of a friendship.
I would say...
Hey, man, shout out to Ashley, man. You doing your thing, man.
Shout out to Ashley.
we talking about adults fixing problems.
You know, me and Ashley had something last week, something that I felt, but she was unaware of it, but I felt it.
Yeah.
And Ashley means... Everybody know Ashley, that's my dog. She means the world to me. She's a sister. She's like not even, I wouldn't even label her as my best friend. She's literally a sister. My kids, if anything happened to me, every ounce of my money go to Ashley. So y'all know that. So if y'all see if I die, she in a mansion, that bitch spent that money roll.
No, she split it right. All your kids probably gonna be in that shit.
If y'all see my kids out on the street and she in a mansion, she did it. So y'all all know, y'all my witness. But anything happen to me, everything goes to Ashley until I get married. Husband, we out here look at me.
Okay.
Y'all see me?
Okay.
Light skin eyes. Like nah, but so it's different now. So when me and her, if I feel a way and if I come to her, I don't think our friendship is at risk, because I think it's more so I'm not going to hold back how I feel about anything, because I feel like that's devaluing me and my feelings.
You got your hair.
That's
on the other side. There you go.
Cut that out, KK. Nah, but that's devaluing me and my feelings if I just keep on letting things slide, if I feel uncomfortable with it. And that's a growth thing too, because I grew up in an environment where I was like, you know what, it's all right, it's cool. But sometimes I'm like, no, it's not cool. This is how I feel, and I'm going to let the person that I love know how I feel, so that she won't do something that she knows is going to hurt me. Because if she knows that it's hurting me, she don't want to feel like
at all
she's hurting me, same as her. If she's saying, Ameera, I don't like when you do this, I wouldn't never want her to feel a way about me. But I told her, and y'all know Ashley, she's about it. If I'm gonna fight, who I'm gonna call? I'm gonna call her.
That's the old me. That's the old me.
No, that's the new her too. If I tell her something right now, Ashley, if I was to tell you something like, what you gonna do? Because you know I don't get into it with nobody. I'm so like,
I'm coming.
She's gonna come, because if it's something that's gonna happen, it means that I'm really mad about something. But I told her, and immediately it was like no. But what I say, no defense, it was like, hey, Ameera, if I said that, I'm so sorry and I'm never going to do that again. That was the immediate response. It wasn't like, I'm going to prove my point. It wasn't I'm going to prove my point. I'm going to like tell you defensive. How I feel. I'm going to be defensive. It was more so like, hey, Ameera, you felt this way and I'm sorry because as my friend, I don't want you to feel that way. And that's growth.
It's so much growth. Because probably old me would be like, bitch, you too sensitive.
Bitch, you too sensitive.
And still I give you bitches like too sensitive.
But bitch, you be sensitive too.
Super.
I think that's a female thing.
It's a female thing.
That's a female thing. But it's definitely an adult thing to, you know what I'm saying, address the situation and immediately know. Like, it didn't take her long to even process who's saying what they saying to me and that whatever happened ain't even worth whatever. You know what I'm saying?
But we've been friends for so long. My question was, she was like, I got to talk to you. And I said, am I in trouble? That was my first question. That was
the first thing.
Am I in trouble? Like, why do I feel like I'm in trouble with my best friend? Like, bitch, I ain't even talked to you in a few days. Like, what happened? But when she said it, I was like, oh, damn, my bad. You know, like, I apologize, you know.
And she didn't mean nothing by it. But that's how women handle things. Mm-hmm. I feel like, men, how do y'all handle things when y'all go through something? Because I know men not going to see eye to eye on every single thing. But when there is legitimate, like, not conflict, but disagreements that could make you feel away or that other person feel away, how do you handle it?
It all depends on who the person is, though. Real talk. Like, is this somebody I care about, or is this somebody I don't care about? Is this a coworker? Is this a family
somebody
member?
You care about, somebody you close with. How do y'all handle it?
Well, how I would handle it, because I can't speak for everybody. You see what I'm saying? I think it also takes experiments. Oh, you want me to hit the button? Shit like that. It also takes experience, wisdom, and stuff like that for you to go through things and learn how to handle it another way the next time this occurs. So someone like me, with someone that I love, like you said, I already know I have to get to the bottom of it. Did I do something? Did you do something to me? If someone has a problem with me and I kind of feel the vibes, the attitude or whatever, I'm going to address it. I might not address it out in front of everybody because I don't know if you even want everybody to know, but I'll definitely, say I had a problem with somebody I didn't know I had a problem with until we got to Ashley party. And now they walking around the party, they're not acting the way they usually act. So when we leave, I hit them a text. I text them like, can we talk? Because I feel like this is not a texting matter. Anything that's like some real issue or whatever you really need to talk about, it shouldn't be through text. That's just what I feel. So can you talk? Can you call? Can I call you? I call him and I'll be like, yeah, when we was at the jump, Saturday, I felt like some shit was off. Like, we good? Like, what's going on with you? You know what I'm saying? And depending on what they tell me, I have to, see what's going on, process it.
Like, a situation happened that was different.
No. But I mean, I go through more stuff with my relationship than anything. So, like me learning how to deal with my girl, my fiance, you know what I'm saying? That's
shout
a relationship.
Shout out to Corey.
Yeah, shout out to Corey. So me going through things with her, that's a relationship in itself. You see what I'm saying? So these are friendships, but they all have ships at the end. They're all the same type of thing. They're a bond. They're something that we're trying to, keep together. So in order to do that, it's work. So I have to reach out. I have to find out the problem. I have to assess it. I have to see where I went wrong, and I have to own up to it. If I did something wrong, whether it was conscious, unconsciously, intent, not intent, I need to know that I made this person feel, in a way that I shouldn't have made them feel. Like, I don't walk out the house and want to make people upset or make people, get on their bad side.
That's not your intention.
That's never my intention.
You don't start the day that way. Like, I'm about to piss this person off.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, what type of time am I on? Because I don't want nobody doing that to me. So I might have made a joke that made somebody uncomfortable. I might have said something. I might have moved in a certain way. I might have hugged somebody the wrong way. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you hug my girl. I don't like the way you hug my... All right, bro. That's not my intention, bro. I got my own. Like, ain't nothing what's going on with me and her. You know what I'm saying? But you can't just walk around big and mad and big and... You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody going... Because I don't like that. When niggas ask for attention without asking for attention, come in the room and slam shit on the table and all that. Come on, bro. You doing too much. What the fuck is going on? Just say you got a problem and you want to talk about it. Don't try to have actions and do things and slam shit down, make noise.
But that's
and
trauma, though.
Rah, rah, rah.
You know, when people do that, that's not because they probably want to. That's a learned behavior. Like, when people go in and slam stuff, that probably means that when they was growing up, they wasn't noticed. And that's the way that they would get reaction is based off of this big, let me slam something because I know if I make this noise, everyone's going to pay attention. So that is like that's a learned trauma. So when I look at the way people react to things, people, it's based on how you grew up, honestly. Because sometimes I shut down when it's conflict. I shut down, but that's because of how I grew up. I grew in a household with a lot of siblings. Everybody was going on. My problem wasn't big enough because I got 5 other siblings that got something going on, so I'm quiet.
Straight up.
So if we have somebody who's slamming stuff, doing all that stuff, it could be based off of their household where they was never really paid attention to, so they have to be loud or do something for them to be noticed, for them to be like, hey, are you making noise? What's going on with you?
Right.
But I also know that I have an issue. I actually know this because I play devil advocate with everyone. I make excuses for people.
Before you even know if they have excuses.
Before I know they have excuses, because I do know that we all, Biggie, you live a different, you live a different household. You live in a different environment. You and I talked about this. Ashley, you lived in a different environment. We are a product of an environment that we grew up in. So we all going to approach the situation 3 different ways. And I think that's the reason why friends make friends the way they make friends, because of our perspectives, the way we see things. Recently, I'm going to shout out Nate.
All right, I got you. Shout out Nate.
You were just talking about how you developed your friendship with Nate.
Correct.
And you knew, like, I kind of know from how he was, like, he my man's cool, you know.
Yeah,
like
cool.
saying
He's
cool. He can click with everyone else, but you also know someone else, like, yeah, nah, he ain't gonna rock with the clique.
He ain't gonna vibe. He ain't gonna fit in.
But that's because of the environment that they grew up in, how they.
True.
How they.
But I'm good at reading people. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead. Ashley said something pissed her off. Like,
no, she said that pisses her off.
Oh, the way she pays, like I can call her just Ameera, da 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 da. But actually, I can see how that person's feel, and I'm like, bitch, I'm upset. Like, I don't care about how they feel. I'm telling you about how I feel, and that's the good and bad quality. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like sometimes she allow for people to kind of like take advantage of her because they take that kindness for weakness. And for me, that's why I feel like in our friendship,
we was meant to be friends.
I have to be more of her voice because you're not going to pick on her. You're not going to
I give everyone a chance.
Never.
No,
I'll take her phone and curse her baby daddy out, and he probably be like, "Who the fuck is on my phone?" And he'll stop because I'll go back and forth.
She cussed my biological sister out,
and don't care. That's your sister, yeah, but I feel like when it comes to her, that's my everything. And we can't even describe our friendship in the sense of like, oh, that's my best friend, that's my sister. This is the person that know me in and out. I can lie to her on the phone and she says, why you lying? And I'll bust out laughing like, damn, you know I'm lying.
She probably had told a story to like 5 other people before me. And then she come to me, I'm like, actually, that don't sound right. I think you lied to me.
Why are you lying?
She like, I am lying.
Like, damn.
I'm not telling the truth. I'm like, I know you not. Like, that sounds nothing like you.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's the part of like friendships when you like intertwine with each other, like really connect with somebody. You like and it is also like that. I'm looking at it like me and her are friends, but you are like that in relationships. Like, I'm looking at like how you and the party or whatever in relationships, you know your person. Mm-hmm. You know your person more than anybody else would know their person.
Correct.
For sure.
So you can look at like something, you know your person.
Twan can look at me and I be like, nigga, stop lying. And he tries to, I always tell him, your bottom lip get heavy when you lie. And he always be like, I'm like, stop trying to hold your lip. Because he's my person. But he's my person on an intimate level where I know him. I can look at him. I can, you know, he can put under the cover. And I be like, damn, bro, for real. And he be like, what? Like,
and you know your person.
Yeah.
You can see the vibe. And if I'm in a room, I could look at Twan. I could look at, Corey. I see nothing. Like, oh, they chilling. They out here having fun.
Yeah.
You look at Twan, you be like, he's off. Like, he'll look off to me. You look at Corey.
but
Corey,
certain things, like once he take
yeah.
up about the third shot, he activated. Whenever Twan started dancing, I was like, yeah, we there.
We here. We out here.
I love him drunk. Like, not even drunk, but just to that point where he, like, loosened all the way up. Can't dance worth shit. But when he started dancing, I'd be like, oh, yeah, we locked in. But you're my person, too. So I know
it's
you
want to... It's a soulmate type of situation. It's different. I know people think it's weird, but I saw this video before about, like, a soulmate that you find in a woman and a best friend.
You're a lesbian.
And I like that. Sorry. Nah, but I do think it is real, and I look at Ashley and I had a conversation this morning because she had a traumatic experience that happened to her. You want to talk on it?
Okay, host.
I know, right? Hey, shout out to the host, shout out to the new host. She's taking over.
Nah, I'm not taking over. I just like people talking. I love hearing stories. That's all.
This morning I had like a little. I was very emotional throughout the day. I've been emotional because I have a new daughter who I've taken on that I love, and anybody that knows me, I'm a desired taste. You either gonna love me or you're not gonna like me.
Oh, that's a great way that you can put it.
I never heard of that
A
before.
desired taste. And I
desired
say that
taste.
because, and real quick, pause. Intermission.
Okay.
I say that because I've been friends with Ashley for over 20 years. And I've met people that is about Ashley. And like, it's always either low or either high. It's never like in the middle.
Yeah.
So it's like once you know her and you love her, you love her.
Correct.
But I think it's some people who just like they can't. They like, yeah, no. And Ashley, fuck them bitches real quick.
Yes, she don't give a fuck.
She don't give a fuck. So it's like fuck them bitches. But I'm always gonna ride for Ashley. So when you say your desired taste,
sure.
That's a good way to put it.
But I feel like I'm happy I'm on the side of the desired because if you friends with Ashley.
Then you got a soldier, a warrior.
I'm good for life.
Everything.
I'm good for life. My kids are good for life. But go ahead.
Shout out Ashley. Go ahead, girl.
And I say that because you got to take the real it is that I'm going to give you. And sometimes I could be a pain in the ass. But when you have me, you have somebody that's going to be loyal. You have somebody that's going to love you. And you have somebody it is that you always going to be able to count on. And I'm very resourceful at that. So I have this new daughter. And I always said that, so I have one biological child, I have one bonus child, and I always say that my calling is to do something with the youth. It's always been, somehow God just put that in my heart, like it's for me to be present for young kids. I lost my mother at 16. That was hard because I had 4 older sisters and a brother, but they didn't know how to show up for me emotionally. They thought that they were there, but they didn't show up in the capacity in which it is that I need them because I still needed to be hugged. I still needed to be loved on. I still needed to be told, I'm proud of you. Yeah. And when I think about it, my mother didn't give me those things because my mother wasn't a very affectionate person. But that lack of prior to her passing, then her passing, and me being a kid that needed those words of affirmation, that kid that needed when I made honor roll for somebody to show up, and it was nobody to show up. And for me, when I had a daughter, it was important to me to show up, for her to always know that I'm there. And 19 pregnant, 22, had her 2 weeks after I turned 20, 8:34 in the morning on a Wednesday, and Monday I was back in class. I ended the semester with a 3.75.
Okay, shout out to the grades. Good
and
God.
She's been my shining star, my motivation, my light ever since. And for me, with having a kid, failure wasn't an option. Like I literally had to grow up. So while all my friends was getting their designers or doing different things. I was in school. I was
chopping and folding.
I was literally working. I purchased my first house at 21. And when I graduated with a degree, I had 2 job offers on the table. And
okay. Shout out to the.
Shout out to Ashley.
God
I'm not
damn.
boosting myself up.
Hey,
I'm
Kurt.
just saying that, so she became the reason why behind I moved the way it is that I moved. And then later on being able to become married. And at one point, I wanted to have a baby, maybe like 2017, 18. And I tried for about 6 months and it didn't happen. And I was like, you know what? Buy me a dog. And who knew buying me a dog would turn into a business and a successful business.
Y'all don't even want to know the process of her getting to the point of getting the dog. But we
I
gonna
drove
skip
her
all
crazy.
I don't even want to talk about
About
that.
trying to
But
have a baby, but
you know what's great? I ain't trying to interject, but honestly, you buying that dog because you was trying to have a baby is the reason why we called you to get a dog for Corey.
yeah,
And she wanted to have the dog to, fill that hole for the baby, and then she ends up getting pregnant. She was actually pregnant when we bought the dog.
Oh,
Yeah,
so it was
I
like
remember.
a telekinetic type of situation
It was
going on.
it was a crazy thing going on
Yeah.
because I don't think you told me the whole story on why you even wanted to go buy a dog, but
yeah.
I hit you up because I knew you just bought a dog and it was cool with my allergies. So
Yeah.
Corey wants a dog, so Ashley just bought a dog. Well,
Shout out to Big Allergies.
Well,
His
shout out to
eyes
my
getting
allergies.
red.
And like
Always
to be
got allergies.
transparent,
God
Rolling
damn.
along.
because women, we sometimes suffer in silence. With me trying to have a baby, I discovered I had PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. So which
Right.
means
Very common in women
Very
and black
common.
women.
My fiance
very,
got it.
very common. And so it was like, what the hell is PCOS? Like, I can't get pregnant? And it was, no, I can get pregnant. It's just going to take me a longer time. And every time it is that I have my cycle, that's when I can get pregnant. So I will only have my cycle maybe 5 to 6 times a year,
Man,
if
it don't
that.
even-
So
Half the time it wasn't even that for Corey.
yeah, so it's that, and it's like,
I wish.
damn, why
was the
can't I
opposite.
produce? And it was like God' purpose for me was so much bigger. So fast forward, my ride on the trip this morning. I have my girls in the car. One will be 16 next week. One is already 16, and I have this new daughter that's she's 16, and I started crying, and they were both looking like, this bitch is crazy. Like, I know that runs through their head a few times a week.
Got you.
And
It's like, nah.
and they said, they were like, my daughter said, Mom, why are you crying? And I said, I know my purpose now. And she was like, huh? And I said, I know y'all think I'm crazy. I said, I know y'all probably think I'm being overly emotional, but my purpose, I realized it because I didn't know why I went through those things when I was young. I didn't know why I struggled emotionally after my mom passed. And, anybody, of course, naturally is going to struggle. But what's my purpose? And my purpose is to pour into this young lady like I needed for someone to pour into me. And I
There we
said
go.
that to
Because
her.
you're going to be a part of her story.
I'm a part of her.
You're a part of her story. So when she succeeds in life, she's going to be like, I succeeded because someone loved me enough for me to know that I can push further than the hands that I was dealt. I was dealt these hands, but someone saw the hands that I was dealt and was like, nah, we gonna pour into those hands a little bit more, and it's gonna be me, and it's gonna be my family, it's gonna be my household.
I needed for someone to show up, and I told her, I said, I needed for somebody to show up for me like I showed up for you.
There we go.
Like I needed that, and we don't realize that sometimes we need, as teenagers, we need that tough love. We need that. Hey, you fucked up. I'm proud of you. I love you. Eat dinner. Give me that phone.
Shit like that.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm still here, and it's nothing that you can do to make me turn my back on you.
Straight up.
And I told her that. I said, it's nothing you can do to make me. I need for you to start believing in you like I believe in you. And she was like, you're going to make me cry. Not my intention.
You gonna make me cry.
I'm bawling my
I'm about
eyes
to
out.
cry.
I'm bawling my eyes out.
Casamigos, let's take another shot, bitch. Like, let's get it in.
I'm bawling my eyes out. And not that Dirk mother showed up for me in the capacity in which it is that I show up for her. But Dirk passed away. And I was in college away. No money. The support it is that I've needed, I didn't fully get. And he's gone. And I said, she was in Chicago. and when he passed away, and she had to drive back. And I said, I'm struggling. Like, I need a job. Like, I'm applying for school to come home. And she said, you come home, I'm going to get you a job.
That's what she did, too.
I got into Howard. She got me a job. She said, only thing I tell you is don't mess up my name here. Come here and do what you're supposed to do. I got pregnant, and I was like, God damn, I'm messing up her name.
Twerking.
I was like, I got my first apartment. I was pregnant, and I said,
oh, she's clapping that
Being
ass.
fast. She was fast, y'all.
And I said, damn. But when I graduated, like I said, I had 2 job offers on the table, and nothing stopped me from getting to the point it is that I needed to be for my kid. And she's never not. I told her not too long ago, I said, when I didn't have it, you didn't feel it. And she said, Mom, you was broke before. And I laughed because I've been broke many a days. But my storm never
Kids
got you
don't
wet.
see it. I think they see you showing up regardless. They see the effort you make. They don't care about any of that.
Mm-hmm.
What you think?
I don't know. I mean, KK, what you think? You think you don't know us to be broke. I mean, we ain't broke. They don't even know what broke mean. Kids don't know what broke mean. Like, we ain't, even me growing up, I didn't have everything, but I'm not going to say I was broke, because how am I broke and we got 2 cars in the house? They're not the newest cars, but my dad had a car to drive to work. My mom had a car. She had a job. He had a job, and we had a whole house. So, we had to go through a winter when the furnace broke, and she ain't had 5 bands for that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in that joint with 2 hoodies on and 2 pair of sweatpants, and I'm sleeping through the winter with no heat, and I slept through the whole summer with no AC. I can tell you that. I mean, but that's more like a struggle. That's not like a.
Broke.
I still had a
like,
roof over my head. I still had clothes. I still had shoes. You know what I'm saying?
That was conditional. That was like a situation. That wasn't something that lasted forever.
Correct. Yeah, like
that was something that was unprepared for.
we weren't evicted. We were never evicted. We were never put out on the street.
Can I talk about Biggie's bed? Let me tell y'all.
Oh, why are you covering the mic like that?
I love y'all. Let me tell y'all. Number 1, Big had the most comfortable bed ever in life.
Corey, she never slept with Big.
I never slept with Big, but I never did it. But I'm gonna tell you, shit like that. But me and Aunt used to always want to go to a Big house, because Big was just a vibe, you know. So anytime, like all the time, Big was just chilling. So we would always, me and Aunt would always, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. If we ain't had nothing to do after school, hey, let's go to Big house. All right, cool, Big home. Let's go to Big house.
Big, one time they found your files on your computer.
I'm gonna talk about that too.
No, and I'm gonna leave it just as that. No, we can't talk about that.
But we ain't gonna talk about it. But I'm telling you, we would go in Big house, y'all. Sometimes Big wouldn't even be home. His mom and dad would be home and let us in.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. But we would go in Big house. Big always had the most comfortable bed. We would lay in bed for like a second and be out
The
sleeping.
thing, you know, and then I got to shout out to my grandfather, man.
Yeah,
Pop ain't play about me. You know what I'm saying?
at all.
He bought that damn mattress. I know that junk was like $800.
It had to be.
Back in like middle school.
I crashed
But Big
Oh yeah,
broke.
no, we
Big
talked
broke
about
my
it.
bed.
See, you don't know that. You ain't seen the episode. We talked about you.
Yeah, he talked
Y'all
about
talked about me
you broken it.
crashing Pop-Up car?
Yeah, you did, because his grandma was sweet and you let it slide, and I heard the whole story.
Yeah.
But you broke my bed. You remember
All right,
that?
so that's how this whole thing go full circle. You see how they
It
put
go
me?
full circle.
You see how they put me in the trip bag?
Let me tell you what happened. Big was at my house. Aunt was at my house. David Barton was at my house. David Barton be farting in milk cartons.
That's
I remember
crazy.
that.
That's crazy.
Wow.
But
Wave Dave.
Wave Dave.
That's
They was at my
crazy.
house and when I lived in Oxford Drive. And we was all chilling on the bed. Me, Aunt, David, chilling on the bed.
Don't that seem like already it's at the weight?
I had a twin size bed, so let's get Big some
That was
grace.
a twin size bed?
It was a twin size bed. Ashley used to be over there because when she moved, she used to drive to my house from Baltimore every day, and she picked me up from school to drive. But Big sat on the end of the bed,
That's crazy.
and it was done. The
That's
whole
crazy.
bed, my whole bed.
KK, I gotta say it. I ain't said it yet.
Diabolical. Bed broke, but
That's crazy.
it's cool. But Big, it's all right. We got it fixed though. But Big, so I'm gonna switch the conversation just a little bit.
All right.
Big, she really the host. Big.
I know she is doing something. Shout out to the host, man.
I'm not the host. No, I'm not gonna say
I'm
that.
not the hoe.
I'm not the host. I'm not the host or the hoe. But I'm gonna say I really like to know people, and I'm really into that, like learning people's stories.
All right.
So I've been listening to every single one of Big podcasts, and I've been like listening to trends, and I also talk to Big often, so I'll be listening to his stories.
Okay.
And I talk to other people, and I'll be listening to their perspective of Biggie. So shout out to Chinaman. Shout out to Nate. Shout out to Wave Dave. I've been listening to a whole bunch of people's stories, and I'm listening to them, and it's a common theme when it comes down to Big. So I feel like people need to. I know Biggie have this podcast for people to know about our friendships and how we get to know Big.
Straight up.
But I don't know if everyone realized like the common theme with Big and how much he has brought to everyone's lives, and it comes uncommon because he's the only child, so he's not coming from a sibling environment. Like, this is what I know. Like, I'm a sibling, and this is what I know. He's coming from, I'm the only child, but he looks out for people more than I've seen anyone. Like, not like look out for people, but his perspective of like, this is my man, I'm gonna do this. This is my person, I'm gonna do this. Like, he's not a selfish person. And usually when you look at only children, they're typically selfish. Like, it's all about me.
True.
But you changed a lot of people's lives. Like Wave Dave in his podcast, he said, I wouldn't have been into go-go if it wasn't for Big. Like, Big kept on trying to like hit me up for the go-go, and he wasn't into it.
Yeah. Dave was fucking with it.
Yeah,
Ant wasn't trying to fuck with it, but Wave Dave was down like.
But Dave still into it now.
That's right.
And we talking about Nate.
And
I'm gonna talk about Nate. I know his podcast is coming up soon, but Nate is also a person who didn't really believe in friendships. Like people having really close friendships. He just thought that whole perspective of friendships when you're an adult was just weird. Big changed his whole perspective of friendships because he hung out with Big and he saw all the friends that Big had and how genuine those friendships were. So he like, damn.
Yeah, man.
I ain't never seen nothing like this before.
Sandbox, man. Shout out to the Sandbox, man.
Shout out to Sandbox.
Shout out to the Sandbox.
You know, you introduce people to so many things. And even for me, my perspective of Big, you ain't never gonna hear me say nothing bad about Big. Big is one of the best dudes I've ever met.
Talking about Big the other day.
Shut up. Big is one of the best guys I've ever met in my life. Been so consistent since the day I've met him. Like, always this personality, always chill, always listening, easy to talk to. Like, how do you feel that who you are impact people from then? Like, when you first met them, like, introducing them to Sandbox, like, Sandbox, Next Level, Go-Go, Turns with the chorus. Actually say his, what's his? Go ahead, say what you say.
No, it ain't
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Everyone, let us know your journey and like how you became who you are and how you impacted other people and still how you sustain friendships now, and even as an adult, you're still able to make friends as an adult. Like, these although this is all about Sandbox.
Yeah, no, it's some day twos.
It's some day twos, not even day ones. Like, how does that work for you?
That's crazy. Let me shout out my host again, man. That's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I love Big.
I'm getting interviewed on my.
I love Big, y'all.
Podcast.
I really do.
I ain't gonna hold you. I probably act and move the way I move because I was the only child. Because I ain't gonna say longing for other siblings, but the fact that I didn't have siblings, I just treated my friends as if they were, because I always wish I had a brother or I had a sister or just some other type of like blood connection. You know what I'm saying? And I really just live by the code where you treat people the way you want to be treated. My grandma, she's like the nicest person you'll ever meet, and I'm gonna say that 100,000 times because she's like the one unique person I've ever met like that. You know what I'm saying?
Amazing.
That's crazy. Like, the things that she does, how genuine she is, how nice she is, it's got to get you somewhere. It's got to. You know what I'm saying? And why would I grow up being mean and nasty?
When you had someone like that.
Yeah, when you got some type of example like that. I was with my grandparents all the time. You know what I'm saying? Not because I was forced on them or because my mom had to go to work. It's because I wanted to. It's because I chose to. You know what I'm saying? He did pick me up from the bus or after school or whatever, but I stayed over there. I wanted to be with my grandparents all the time. Not only because they gave me stuff, of course. I mean, they grandparents. They spoiled me, but it's because of how they household was.
How they loved you.
Yeah, how they
nothing
loved
compares to a grandparent's love.
My grandfather would fight my dad over me. Like, I would call him like, Pop, come get me. My dad he gonna whoop my ass. He gonna whoop my ass. You know what I'm saying? And he like, that man better not touch you. I'm on the way. If he touch you, it's over. He gonna have to see about it. You know what I'm saying? My grandfather don't play about me, bro. And he will literally come get me. And my dad hated that dynamic because it's like, he's the man of the house. Yeah, he's the father.
That's what he do. That's what your mom did.
That's what they do right now. And it's funny because even me and my mom talk now because the things that happen between Granny and Pop is now my mom and my dad over my kids. And it's crazy. It's just a full circle thing. But I honestly...
That's such a blessing, though.
Yeah,
you got to have... You were the only grandchild. You're the only child. And you got that. And then now you have 2 children of your own. You still have a mom and a dad to be able to fuss over your children. Like,
that's poured
your village is small, but you still got
mighty.
That village.
Mm-hmm.
So mighty.
Small and mighty.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's such a good thing. Like, and I feel like they don't make grandparents how they used to. So the fact that your kids have that, that's amazing. Because I'm not going to be that grandmother. I'm for the street.
In these streets.
I don't know how.
I'm for the streets.
I'm for the streets too. Holla at me.
Like, nah.
Biggie gonna do a 10-year reunion. Ass gonna be out. Titties gonna be shaking. That's who I'm gonna be.
No, I'm not gonna say I'm for the streets, but I want to give I'm going to be able to prayerfully, God willingly, if I'm continue to be blessed, it's going to be able to help out with my grandchildren when I want to, but in a different type of, you know what I'm saying? But financially be able to help my son and daughter and be like, here go tuition. Like, this is the school it is that I'm going to do or so forth. Because for my grandmother, unlike you're one. I'm one of 29. I'm one of 29 grandchildren. And 29. So for me, my grandma had 9 children, 29 grandchildren. I want to say it's maybe about 40-something great, and close to probably 30 great.
Where the family reunions at? I know that's got to be crazy.
And we had a family reunion this year.
Yeah, they had one recently.
Nobody showed up because family... And one of my cousins said something good. She said, I'm coming. It got to be bigger than me.
Yeah.
And so often now in this day, family can't see past what you did to me 20 years ago.
Which is crazy.
That you done hurt me, and now we can't let go.
But those are people that aren't healed. You went through your healing process, and you say that you found healing within your friends, growth within your friends, because you... came from DC, and it was a different environment. Some people didn't have that opportunity to grow. They're stuck in their ways.
I could talk to my sisters, and I always accredit who I am today because of my friends. Like I always say, my friends, not my relatives. My relatives are the people it is that I'm related to by DNA. Mm-hmm. My family are the people it is that I choose, and that's also include my friends.
Yeah, man.
And I didn't think about going to college until I moved to Maryland. Like it was the first time that I was in an environment with friends where it's like, all right, I'm gonna call you later, I love you. And still today as grown people, as kids, we was able to tell each other that. And as grown people, it may be like, I love you. Man, I'm proud of you. We never have a problem with slinging, I'm proud of you, I love you. And it's never no hate. It's genuine love. And a lot of people...
show up.
We show up.
We show up.
And we may not... I don't talk to Big every day. I don't email Aunt once a week. But when I chop it up with Aunt via email, via call links, we gonna laugh about some stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like when I talk to Big, it's always love. You know what I'm saying? And it's the friend group is so big, but I could run into P. P was one of my first friends in Maryland. That's my dog. We don't talk every day. I don't know P.
Reese know who my first friend is. Reese come out and say Dirk Stevens, China Man.
Shout out China Man. Shout out P. Shout out P.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But man, P always been cool. That's all. If I don't talk to P but nothing but 3 times a year, me and P gonna link on Mother's Day, because we're gonna give each other love on that day. My birthday, his birthday. And that could be the 3 times it is that me and P talk, but me and P gonna chop it up at those times. All of my other friends, we can talk every day, we can not talk every day, but it's always going to be a love. And it's like I said, a pure, genuine love. And it's something that if you're not in it, you really can't describe it. Like
you
I look at people,
can't even understand it.
Yeah, to piggyback on the friendship thing when you was talking about the magnitude or how do you handle certain things. To me, honestly, it depends on the degree of friendship it is that you are to me. If we friends from 20 years ago, not saying that, because it could be the length of time, it could not be the length of time.
It's the quality of the friendship.
It is. I had a situation with somebody that I've known practically my whole life a couple of weeks ago. I called her. I spoke to her about something. She didn't like it. We talked about it. I called her back that night to make sure we were good, to clear it up. Seen her the next day. She act like it was a problem. I don't kiss nobody's ass. It's not for me, because we don't talk on a level every day. We cool, but if I lose you as a friend, it's not that big of a deal. You get what I'm saying? Because if I'm calling you and I'm being big enough to talk to you about it, I'm still trying to clear it over, and you still want to hold on to it.
Yeah. I mean, that's your vulnerability.
We ain't really you know what I'm saying? Because I'm only going to go but so fucking far before I be like, bitch, fuck you. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I actually would throw a fuck you out there so quickly and be done. That's one of the traits that I wish I had. I wish I had like the fuck you. I feel bad about all the friendships that I lose. Like, I hold a lot of weight in it. But that's just who I am. I don't know why.
You feel bad about friendships you lost?
Like, if I lose a friendship, I always, or any type of, like, not even just friendships, but even if we have any type of arguments or anything, I take it very personally, because I'm like, what could I take it personally, like, what could I have done better? Was I right? Was I wrong? Like, I always don't know. Even though most of the time, I don't take a lot of things seriously. Mm-hmm. So I don't be thinking I be wrong, because I don't be, like, taking things to heart, but it could be like that. But with dudes, y'all be different. So have you had any instances with a male friend?
Yeah.
I mean, like I said,
different women. We're different. We're just emotional, but men.
I mean, like I said, like if we have it, and then it's like what Ashley said, it's to the degree of who you are to me. If you gotta even be at the level where I'm even going to reach out and I care enough to even reach out to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like 3 levels. It's like, I don't give a fuck off the break. I don't care how you feel. Then it's like, all right, we cool. Like, I could see, you know what I'm saying, us being in the same room. I don't want no tension, so let me clear the air. Let me be the bigger person. And if it goes, it goes. If it don't, it don't. But then it's like the 3rd level where it's like sandbox. It's like, you my dog, you forever. Like, this cannot be right. Like, we have to fix this. I cannot go to sleep. I'm at work, you know, fucked up. I'm thinking about somebody, because I really don't have I really don't have nobody I can say in this world that really got a problem with me. You know what I'm saying? So when it's somebody dear to my heart,
shit like that.
So when it's somebody that's really close to me, you know what I'm saying, and they have some type of tension, that's bothering me, because this is someone I'm going to see, I usually talk to, and now that's taken away, and now I feel like, damn, like, it's Ameera don't fuck with me, and I don't even know what to do. You know what I'm saying? She's probably talking to everybody else, but she ain't gonna talk to me. Mm-hmm. And that's gonna bother me, you know what I'm saying? Because when I really know I ain't do nothing wrong, like, I'm gonna speak on my cousin. Shout out my cousin, Stephanie. Stephanie, she's you know, my cousin, my uncle's daughter, and our family don't really get together like that no more. And, you know, we started talking. We started chopping it up.
She on your mother or your father's side?
My father's side.
Okay, because I know your mother. Okay.
We started chopping it up and talking and, you know, DMing and all that stuff. And she started fucking with my clothes. This is when I first came out with my clothes, and she was supporting me and everything. And my page got hacked, and the hacker DMs her and asked her for some money, posing as me. You know what I'm saying? She sent them some bread. I don't know how much bread she sent or whatever, but ever since then, like when I seen her at my cousin's wedding, and even before that, she's like, nah, like you good, like stay over there, like I don't really fuck with you like that. And even to right now, like that kills me inside because it's nothing that I did. I lost money when my page got hacked. You know what I'm saying? Not even her, but other customers I had did the same thing, fell for the same trap, you know what I'm saying? But it's just the fact that my family don't fuck with me, and I felt like we was building something. Yeah, like we was gonna be cool. Despite, you know, I was talking to her more than I even see my uncle. You know what I'm saying?
Say something to Stephanie live. Let her know.
I mean, I already said what I had to say, you know, and I reached out for her. Like I'm saying, I reached out to her and I told her what the problem was, what the issues was, what happened. She's not the only one affected. I was even affected, and that is not my fault. You know what I'm saying? And can you at least forgive me? You know, she forgives me. She chalks it up as an L, but the fact that she's just like, you know, we on some.
Find out how much it is, big. I'm gonna send it back to her. I'm gonna square it off. Go find out how much it is.
I don't even know. You know, I don't
Stephanie,
know.
DM me. How much was it? How much was it, Stephanie?
We team Big over here. We know Big ain't about that
ahead,
life. It's like,
you know what I'm
nah.
saying,
But we understand people, it's hard times for people. So for Stephanie to look out and thinking that she thought it was Biggie the money and it wasn't really, we just don't know position that Stephanie was in. That's the devil advocate in me. I can't help it. I can't help it.
But then we come from somewhere else because when you know Big, you know he ain't going. Kenny Page just not too long ago got hacked, and it was like, hey, can you send me some money? Like I'm in the bank. And I was like,
this not
damn,
you.
Kenny begging on Messenger, like,
you know what I'm saying?
Text me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got my number.
So I texted him. I was like, bro, you good? He was like, hey, Kirk, somebody hacked my pay. Good, because I ain't got no money to give you anyway. But I was like, hey,
but no, I wouldn't even see that coming from Big.
That's because you know Big.
I know,
you know
Big.
What I'm saying?
Big not gonna hit you up on no social media asking for no money.
Right. So for me,
but if he hit you up saying, hey, this is what's going on. If he even asks for like, this is my business plan, I need X, Y, and Z.
But it won't be social media.
It won't be social media.
You get what I'm saying?
I mean, if I know you, but we talking about people like that was supportive. Like a lot of people follows your social media but don't have your number. You see what I'm saying? So
she supported your business.
She was supporting me through social media or my number, but she had my number. You see what I'm saying? She had my number, but
it's not on her.
You're not really thinking that somebody's page got hacked. You know what I'm saying? You're thinking that this is the actual person. You know, and she just got caught up in that shit, but. I can probably say that's the only person that I really kind of feel some type of way about that don't fuck with me.
Stephanie, let's take you out to dinner, girl. Like, it ain't even, we want to just let you know. Big ain't that man.
Big, shout out to the host again.
Shout out to the host.
It ain't the host.
No, you definitely the host. We're gonna get you. We're gonna sign a contract.
Yes, this your co-host right here, Big.
We're gonna sign a contract right here.
She gonna take it all away. Big, I did have a question. Because you have so many friends and because you put together Sandbox, you know our friend group, whether it's class of 04, 05, 06, 7, 8. I mean, I'm just saying, like, no,
it's a lot.
But it's all of those where we can all get together and laugh and joke and chill, and like I said, it's genuine love. But you got a lot of friends. Who are your best friends?
Oh, that's a good question.
Who is Joseph?
Damn, man, that's fucked up.
Best friend.
Like best friends, because
shout out to everybody, man. You know, everybody I show love.
No, but I want to know the elements as to why they are your best friends. Like, what traits make these people your best friend? Like, Ashley's part one, but why are these people your best friends as you name them?
Break it down.
I really, I don't know. It's hard for me to really single out just a few people, because in my life I've had certain times where I was with these people every day, and I can definitely name like a good 5 or 6, like Ant, Tavon, Trent, Low, Black, Wave Dave, those people right there, like I had a certain time in my life where I was with them every single day. I talked to them every day. Like, it was times when me and Wave Dave was in the car, my grandfather would give me $20 and I gotta put gas in my car. Me and Wave Dave gotta eat with this money, and we gonna go wherever the fuck we're trying to go with the same money.
$20.
And I'm looking at my $20 like this is our $20. You know what I'm saying?
It's for us.
It's times when I was with Derek every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm falling in his traps. He got me doing stuff, poo shiesty shit that I ain't supposed to be doing. I know this shit is wrong.
I just laughed at. I thought about that fucking haunted house just now.
Then it's like I was with Lo every day. When Lo was two-toning his cars, we was going to the Go-Go every day. He was going to work. I was at this. He used to work at the car dealership, and I was going up there getting my car washed. Like, I was with Lo every day. We was at Mama's house, like it was my house. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up in that house with her. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Mama.
Shout out Mama. Even Aunt. So it's like Tavon. It's crazy. It's like all those people I've had.
There was significant
time, like every day, memories, time, like spending the night, going over, you coming over, trips, all that. Like, I went to New York with Aunt and his mom to the WWF store and all this stuff. Like it's
Remember
crazy.
10th grade New York bus trip? Dirk and
Yeah, man. We was talking about that on the other joint.
That was the first time I sold. At the New York bus trip.
Let's talk about
That's
Trent
crazy,
losing
man.
all his money.
Trent lost all his money.
I stole
We get
out
off the van, and he gets hot with the people with the cars.
Yep, the 3-car Molly little joint got
He like,
punished.
you got some money? I got money for me. It's Christmas time. The fuck? Like, my mother gave you these dollars for me. If I don't go home with that, my mother gonna be so mad.
Shout out. Trent, man, don't ever touch them cars again.
Hey, you owe me some money too, man.
Hey, Trent, you owe some money.
He owe me some money.
You owe some money.
Yeah, that
Pay
was,
your dues, Trent.
what is that? 2003, 2004. Give me, man. Let me hold something.
Let me hold something.
Yeah.
Me too.
So Big, I'm gonna ask a question because
Yeah,
I'm the
go ahead.
host.
All right, shout out to the host. What's up with him? It's the Casamigos. Shout out to the Casamigos.
Let the hoes go. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm looking at this like I feel like, and this is something totally different, but entrepreneurship is your thing.
Right.
Okay, and I listened to his podcast. I'm a supporter. I was thinking about the whole next level setup. I forgot. I didn't even remember all that. Me and Ashley was next level honeys. No
Next
one
Level
even.
Honeys, man. Shout out to
no
the
one
next.
even mentioned that. That wasn't even mentioned in the podcast. I know he was talking about all his members, but he wasn't even talking about the true supporters and who had T-shirts.
Yeah.
Tish, what Tish Young at?
Shout out Tish, man. Shout out Tish, man.
And Big Ash.
Big Ass. Shout out Big Ass, man.
But you want to know something?
We was
Out of
the
all
next
them-
level honeys.
Out of all them go-go pictures, I refuse to be in a picture like this.
I got a picture. Shout out the pictures.
No, but if you
I
ever
got
notice,
history.
I'm not in that one picture.
Bougie. Shout out to the bougie bitches.
Not in one picture. Was right there laughing at y'all, taking them goofy ass pictures.
But it's
They was
history.
throwing up
I
the
got
X,
it.
man.
I don't care. I got a picture of all of us next level honey. But
Man, we
Big,
had them
I
Jones
ain't in
throwing
the
up the
So
X, man.
we next level honeys. We talked about that. The whole sandbox. Y'all see his collection in the background. Then he got the podcast going on. Like, entrepreneurship is his thing. Like, Biggie wants to be his own boss. Like, you can just tell. Like, this is
I'm just waiting on the parlay to hit, man. So I
waiting
could
for the
do
parlay to
other
hit.
things.
Like, how does that restriction feel where you still have to get up and go to work all day knowing that this isn't your calling? Like, going to work, showing up
It makes
to work.
me sick.
It makes you sick.
makes me
so
sick.
tell us
KK,
about that.
I'm just going to say it right now.
It is diabolical for me to go to work and it's sinister working for the man.
And not even just the man. You know what the man is.
Man, look, I really
Same the man.
last year I had I don't know what I had. I went through a little phase. I went through a little time in my life where I got my new job where I work now, and I really didn't want to go there. I actually wanted to quit everything. I had two 401ks. I wanted to take all the money out of it, go cold turkey, and invest in myself. but something just won't let me do it. Told me don't do it. It's not the time. You got too many people on your back.
I was about to say, is it your family? It's
definitely
the
my family. If I didn't have 2 kids and a fiance, I would have went cold turkey. Straight up. I ain't gonna hold you. I would have went cold turkey because at the end of the day, I know that At the end of the day, I know that I had a place I could probably stay at. You know what I'm saying? I got friends or whatever. If it really went down to it and I was by myself, I have somewhere that I can go to support myself. No one's going to let me go out on the street. But, yeah, I really went through a time where...
$4,000 you got in my basement.
Hey, man, look, have it like $4,000 for the year.
For the year.
Can't pay
not even
not
a
for the
month.
month. Nah, hell no. I need the whole house for $4,000.
Yeah.
What am I?
I said 1,000.
1,000. 1,000. You
I
can't
thought
beat
you
that.
said. I thought you said for 4,000.
No, I
No,
said
1,000 a
8,000.
month.
You can't
You
beat
can have
that.
a whole basement.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, we'll talk about it if I decide to go cold turkey. But I literally did think about it, and I just knew it wasn't time. So I'm cool with what's going on right now. I got my clothing line. That was something I wanted to do since high school. This is something I just came up with like 4 years ago, me and Tavon, and I just never seen it through. And I got tired of having conversations with people, and I'm just like, man, we should be podding. Like, this is a pod. This is a pod. And how many times am I really going to say this is a pod without making it come true?
Yeah.
So I just did my research, and thank God I stayed at this job because it's the most money I ever made. And I was able to buy this stuff and still, do everything else.
Support your
over.
family.
Six-figure
Yeah.
biggie.
So now, house is the next option. My house is the next goal. And after that, hopefully we can get a bar and I can get, my event space. Because that's like the 2 things I want. I want a lounge or a bar, and I want an event space that people can come and rent out and, throw their little whatever. And I got a few little...
I definitely see you in the entertainment arena. Like, that's you.
Entertainment, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
entertainment.
hosting the parties, throwing
Yeah.
parties. I love stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, my lounge, I got so many ideas and so many plans and stuff already written down. All this stuff is written down. Even the stuff for this podcast, this was written down years ago.
Do you pray on it, though?
Do I pray on it? I do need to pray more on that. I pray more so on a broad scale of things, like for health, for guidance, for protection, for the will, and I thank him, for all my senses and for waking me up again. So as long as I wake up again, I know that I'm supposed to keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't pray for the podcast. I don't pray for I just pray for myself, my family, protection, to just wake me up again and let me go again.
But
and
when
I got
you
another
ask him
wing
for
at it.
guidance,
I do ask him for guidance. I do.
So he's showing you, like, ask me for, like, typically when I pray, I don't pray for specific things. I just ask God to open my heart, lead me, guide me, protect me, keep me and my family away from any hurt, harm, or danger, my friends. So is it like you said, it's in a broader aspect.
Right.
But sometimes we got to be specific in our prayers.
Yeah. And I'm actually doing this with no intention, but I mean, so many people love it already. So many people see the future in this already. And I'm telling you this, I'm operating from a place of just passion.
Yeah. So instead of saying, God, lead me, guide me, God, Heavenly Father, lead me to achieve this, be specific in your prayer.
I will. And I now, I probably will write down some goals so I can ask God to lead me to achieve certain things I want to do. Besides this, like, I do have other goals like the bar and the event space, so I can definitely ask him to help me get there.
Can I ask you one question?
Yes.
From the podcast, what is the one thing you want to spread to the audience? Because we know that you're having a lot of conversations with your friendships and friends. So you got Wings in the mix, you got Wave Dave, Trent, me and Ashley, Nate. What is it that you want your podcast or the podcast audience to keep coming back? What is it that you want to spread to them for them to be like, oh yeah, this is Big's podcast. I want to come back because he's teaching me this, or this is something that I'm attracted to. I mean, I'm attracting them to, and that I want them to keep coming back for.
I think it's just more so just the organic things. You know, we talk about a lot of stuff up here. We talk about how Ashley was dealing with her personal problems and her family, and you know, things she's going through, her growth, taking on another person. You know, how we deal with conflict, things you just recently went through. You know what I'm saying? You didn't probably know when you went through that you was going to be on a podcast and talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
No.
We're talking about adult things, and we're reminiscing, and it's just like an organic thing. It's not political. One of my coworkers said, you know, it's not political. You're not trashing women. You're not talking reckless. You're not talking down on nothing. We're literally up here reminiscing, having a good time, talking about old times and how we transition into adulthood. And I feel like in the midst of this, it's probably going to be a message, or it's going to help somebody get through something, or hopefully give them another perspective on an issue that they was dealing with.
But real life, real problems, and resources.
Yeah.
Resources. I'm a huge person that's big on networking.
Networking, rubbing shoulders, man. That's what I call it.
You and Wave Dave said that. Like, people don't reach out for people for
help. Yeah, Nate too. Don't forget about Nate, because he said it too.
Nate, you said it first. Hold on, we know you said it first. So keep this in the cut. Nate said it first. Like, reach out to people around you for help. Like, even though you sometimes pride getting in the way, and sometimes people don't want to, or it has happened before where you may have had asked someone for help and they shut you down. So it's not always a pride thing. And maybe you did do it before and you was let down. So you like, you know what? I'm just going to do it myself.
Man, the love we got for each other, man, like any one of us can text anyone else and ask for anything.
Always.
Always
supportive.
Whether it's money, a job, a connection, who did your roof, who did your deck, who cut your grass.
Who took the raccoons out my attic? Like, who did that? Because who had raccoons in the attic? Ameera do. So I had to get somebody to get that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just an open thing with us.
Most importantly is everybody want to see everybody win.
Right.
And that's the rare thing that you find in friendship.
We don't want nobody failing. We don't want to see nobody low.
Everybody winning. It's like, oh, that's my brother. Like, let me call my brother. Like, let me tell him. Like, let me,
Well, that's a bragging thing, though. I like to brag about y'all.
It's such a thing. And what I teach Mari that, and so she texted me not so long ago. She said, Mom, where we get this hair from that's in my hair? And I was like, why? And she said, Mom, we don't gatekeep. Obviously,
we
somebody
don't
won it.
Okay.
And I said, you're right. I ain't gatekeeping. I was just asking why. Like, because
I just want to know.
You ain't buy the bundles. You get what I'm saying? But, okay. And she said, Mom, we don't gatekeep. And I love that my daughter is a teen and she knows, like, what I always say is what God has for me is for me. So I'm going to share my resources.
Oh, Ashley says that. That is her line, and I say that. I pass that on
all the time.
What God is for me.
What He has for me, my name already written on it.
Okay.
I'm not going to hold back from sharing. If somebody want to know, hey, how do I groom dogs? Now, everybody can't ride on my truck.
Can I share a story?
Sure.
So Ashley, one time I was on the phone with her. She was grooming dogs, right? Shout out to Ashley Business.
You don't have to hold the mic like that. This is expensive mic. It's good.
I was about to say something. KK in the room, so I can't say it.
Uh-oh.
But
I was thinking it.
Yeah, I know you was.
Freaks.
No, yeah, got to be like that. But I was on the phone with Ashley one time while she was grooming dogs, and we just be on the phone, and someone had came to her and was asking her about her truck.
Oh, I was at Royal Farm.
She was somebody was asking her about her truck, and they was just asking her about all the details about her truck, and she was like openly telling them every single detail about her truck, where she got it from. Like, I got it done here, I bought the truck here, it was this and this and this and this and this and this. And I was just listening. And so when she got off the phone, after talking to the woman or whatever, I was like, hey, Ashley, what you did just now, you could have changed that woman's life. Like, you just told that person everything, like, outright, without holding anything back. And you don't even know this woman. It was more so like, hey, I want to see you win. I want to see you win, so let me tell you everything. I don't know who you are. I got this truck from here. I went to Miami to get this done. I went here to get this put in. It was nothing held back, and it really solidified her thought of what's for me is for me. So why can't I share what I've done to make me successful to someone else? Because the money that's going to come to me is going to come to me.
It's enough for everybody.
It's enough for everybody. So why would I stop? Why would I stop
Everybody.
you from telling you what's going on? And I was telling her, like, actually, like, I commend you for that. Like, that's some real bitch shit, sexy ass shit that you just did. And I looked at you and I was like, hey, that was sexy. I like that you was just looking out for a woman like that. It was, and it came out so easily. It wasn't like, why you asking me? Why do you know? It was like, oh, I got my truck from there, and I guess they was telling them. I think she said she just
bought one. She was starting a mobile grooming business.
Mobile.
So that would have been
same thing.
She's now going to become my competitor, but. It's
why your money is already. You already got your books. She booked
dogs
up.
Out here.
Sis booked up until forever. So she like, sis booked up. She got the money coming to her. But I think that's what people. I think that's an insecurity thing where people don't want to share what's going on. Like, Big, you got a clothing line. I was listening to you on Wait Dave, and y'all was talking about the competitor type of stuff, and he was trying to start his own thing. It's like. Hey, we got enough.
That's also something that me and my fiance battle because I'm so open about everything, and she feels like I'm too open, and some things I shouldn't share. Some like super detailed things I even get down to. You know what I'm saying? Especially involving money. She's like I don't know. I guess she feels like it's old school to not say how much I make or how much I this or that. But my whole thing is, look, like if you're trying to get to where I'm going. And you have bills and you have this and that, you need to know, like, why would I leave this job to go to this job if it makes this amount of money? After taxes, how much is that? Because can I afford daycare? Can I still take my kids out on the annual trip to the beach that we go to? Can I afford my car note and rent and this, that, and the third? Like, I need to know.
You got to know all of this.
Yeah, I need to know these type of things. And some people don't even go down to it. Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that's gatekeeping, but I'm just an open book when it comes to certain things.
And I think we all are, but we come from that era,
that generation where it's private,
and it's the
you
friendship.
Shouldn't tell people everything.
But not even that. If I can help you get an extra $50K, I'm gonna help you get an extra $50K. But with that being said, your finances and your relationship, do you feel like it is your job as a man to fully take on all of the financial aspects of your house?
Do I think it is? In this day and age, if I can. This is my thing, which I can now, but if I can, I will. But I don't want my woman not to work, because if I'm paying the bills, I want you to be responsible for something. We're both adults here. So if I'm paying the bills, I shouldn't be paying for your nails and your feet and blah, 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 and all that stuff. You should have money to do that other fun stuff. If you want to go to brunch with your girls, you should be able to afford to go to brunch with your girls. I shouldn't be paying the mortgage, the utilities, paying for the cars, getting them inspected, oil changes, upkeep of the house, cutting the grass, and then giving you extra money for brunch and this, that, and the third. Like, nah, hold on. Now, here and there, yeah. But if I'm paying for every single thing, like this is my baby. This is my responsibility. Your fun is not my responsibility. Me supporting you and my family is. I can't afford to do both.
I feel so many people, and I'm going to blame it on social media and society today. It's like, I got pussy, I got ass, you going to pay my bills. And for me, I see so many people that are still living in the hood. And when I get on your social media, I see, oh, because this man and this man and this man. And I'm from myself of go and get it myself, and anything a man can do is extra. I'm married. What he can do for me is extra. But before I go and I do anything, as an individual, as Ashley, I got to make sure that I can cover my mortgage, I can cover my car note, I can cover taking care of my kids by myself, without my husband. That's important to me. Prayerfully, I don't have to see that day, but it's important to me to be able to carry my own weight. It's important to me to be an individual outside of my marriage. But, and most importantly, for my husband to feel like my wife got me if I ever fall short.
That is true.
And I know that he got me if I ever fall short. But most importantly, being his partner. You know what I'm saying? But just as that individual as Ashley, you solid with or without him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need him. Hey, Antoine, I need you. But
Shit like that.
you know, but that's important to me, to never be in a situation where, you know, our shortcomings, they come, you know,
They come and they go.
We have our highs
It's a
and our
balance.
lows.
Definitely when you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, it's sometimes where you going to have to pull more weight, and it's sometimes where I'm going to pull more weight.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like,
For
that's
sure.
what it is.
But I just want us
but
to
that's the
both know that,
partnership.
like, if I'm down bad and, you know, you holding it down, I want you to at least know that I'm trying. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying.
The effort is
I'm
there.
doing
Like,
effort. Like, I'm
I'm
trying
not
to get out
sitting
the
back.
hole, babe. Like, hold me down right now. I'm fucked up. But I'm telling you, I'm working to get out of this hole.
So let me ask you a question.
I love a working man. A
I
trying
love
man.
I love a
trying
trying
man.
man.
That's a good
and
man,
working
Savannah. Like,
man.
mommy, a trying man. You know what I'm saying? And a working man.
So
Okay.
you taking time out, like, this is podcast, this is new. You taking time out to do that. We almost 2 hours in. Cause he's talking to women. We be talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we almost 2 hours in. This is taken away from family time. We got KK in the building. Shout out KK. But this is taken away from time with the family. Like, how does that work when it's not the lucrative piece is not being shown immediately? It's more of the time piece. Like, this is time away from our family, but babe, I know it's not producing income right now, but this is
It could, possibly be.
because this is the route, because this is the journey for many people. When you see entrepreneurs, it's not like they did something immediately, they making income. It's more so this is the journey of being your entrepreneurship.
Correct. And I
where you're
think
going.
I think
How does
it's
that work?
between us. It's her still learning me, and it's me getting comfortable. I can honestly say that when I first met her, I kind of stopped being myself. I ain't gonna say like completely, but a lot of things that I loved and I enjoyed doing, I just wasn't doing because I was so pressed over her. I was so pressed to be, to have someone.
Lost a piece of you.
I ain't lose it. I just wasn't investing in it.
suppressed.
I wasn't investing in it. It was suppressed
Okay.
at the time. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like all my time needed to go into her. And, after a while, it got to the point where, all right, you know what I'm saying? I need
Corey,
to.
you got old girl. It's like, no.
I need to get, I need to start
You
being
still
social
young.
again. I need
you
to,
still
yeah.
young. I need to
I
still.
need to carry out
be
these ideas.
here.
I need to still be me.
And,
you know
and
what
a
I'm
lot
saying?
of times, women do that. We lose ourselves in our relationship.
Oh my God, all the time. And
Not
our
so
kids,
often we
relationship
hear-
and
and-
parenting, being a mother.
Yes. And so often you don't hear men say that. Like, damn, I
Yeah,
lost
nah.
a
Yeah,
little
you-
bit of myself.
Honestly,
Oh,
that's
I
my
lost a
first
little bit
time
of
ever
myself.
hearing
I've never
that.
heard
I
a
never
man
heard
say
that.
that.
I ain't gonna hold y'all. She's a good woman. She's a beautiful woman. She came out the blue. She dropped out the sky, and I felt like I had to get. She made me feel like I had to get my shit together, and all my time was just going into her. But it
So
comes.
do you feel like you did that because you was like, I have to show her that I'm worth her time? So
In a way.
I'm gonna give all my energy to her right now so she can learn all it is about me.
Definitely,
kinda
because I
give
had
up
to.
on
I had to
mine.
get her to buy into me. You know what I'm saying? I kind of felt like I wasn't worthy of her time or her. You know what I'm saying? Her presence.
But why did you feel like that?
That's a man thing. Some men they'll tell you that all type of lies, but some men see women and that's why they don't talk to them, or that's why they don't holler at them, because they feel like
Intimidated.
they intimidated. They be like, I can't even talk to her. Like, Ashley, you're married now, but you pull up in
Talk to me. Don't ever be intimidated. I'm out here for the streets. One
look,
big
Ashley
pimp
pull up
underscore.
in the BMW. You know what I'm saying? LV.
Volkswagen Atlas Cross Sport. Holla at me.
Okay. You pull up. I see you.
3,000 miles.
But y'all pull up in these cars. You got designer on. Y'all pretty. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? You walking. Ashley, you walk with your head high. Like, I don't need no nigga, and niggas know that. Niggas could see that from a mile away. Like, damn, I can't even talk to her. Like, she got a BMW, so you already know what type of time she on. You know what I'm saying? I got a Honda Accord 09. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why
but
am I
you know
gonna talk to
what?
her?
I'm not that. And a lot of men
don't approach pretty girls because they think that they bougie, but actually not a bougie girl.
I'm so far from bougie.
don't know
I'm
what's
finicky.
I don't know why.
I'm a finicky person, but I'm not bougie. And honestly, my husband bought me my first designer bag. I probably purchased 1 or 2 designer bags out of the
Can I
ones
say a
that I
story?
have. And My husband, I wait Mother's Day, Christmas, on my birthday.
Can I
get
tell a
2 a
story?
year. What?
About when you first met Twan?
Antoine?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
A little bit. No, it's not bad, but I remember because this just goes to what Big was just saying about Ashley. But when I'm gonna say this, you gotta cut it out. But when she first met Twan, she also, like she said, Twan was the first person to bought her designer bag. But sometimes she didn't feel right going out with him because she was like, he was dressed to the T. Twan was looking like,
Should
like
I feel like that sometimes?
no, but my man, shout out to Twan. I love Twan. That's my brother. But shout out Twan. But he was dressed to the T, dressing really, really nice. And Ash, as my girlfriend, she would come to me like, damn, this nigga out here dressing like he got all the designer. I don't know what to wear. I don't know what to do.
What to put on, right?
But that lets you know it's not even about all of that. Because he fell in love with Ashley, who she was internally. Like, I think we as people, not even as women, but as people, we get clouded by what we think everybody else is wearing. But that doesn't even mean nothing. Because you can walk into somebody and have all the designer, but inside of them, they're trash.
Ashley could have pulled up and that's somebody else's BMW and those her sister earrings. And now you ain't talk to her
trash,
because
but then now you talk to her and she like, oh, she cool. Like...
Right. You don't really know.
But you know
this ain't my BMW. They ain't none of it. Oh, but I like you. You cool.
But you know what it is too. I think so often we fall in love with looks first, and I feel like as adults,
you got to be attracted to somebody. It's attraction.
Thing. No, but you can't be like, oh, he ugly, and you can literally fall in love with somebody's personality and see far past what the eye can see. You get what I'm saying?
That's true.
And you could really fall in love with somebody. But for me, it was like I wasn't looking for a man. I wasn't thinking about a man. I was just into my master's program.
In that phase, you wasn't.
I was not.
You just got out. Ashley just got out of a situation, and she was on grind mode.
But that's when you find your love.
But that's when she found a grind mode. It wasn't in you. It literally happened for her.
It literally like just. How God worked was
how God worked for real.
I had been in my house for
shout out.
Praise you, Lord. I had just moved out my house, and I had my house for 5 years. My house sold so fast that I kept being outbidded to buy another one. So I needed to move in with my best friend Bianca. Lord, we are bulls.
Shout out Bianca.
We clash
BB.
like
B3.
no tomorrow. But when I tell you that somebody got my back, I am a queen to Bianca, and whatever Ashley need or Amari need, Bianca is coming through, no questions asked, and she will empty out her bank account or drive to Africa for us. And seriously, if you know her,
that's the truth.
Then you know. And so I was like, I need somewhere to stay. I'm like, can I move with you? Lord knows I don't want to live with nobody. Bianca is nasty, and I did not want to move with her. I did not want to move.
Cut that out. Cut that.
Oh, that's
Cut
crazy.
that.
That's crazy.
No, y'all can add this. She knows she's nasty. And I'm not saying nasty like dirty. I'm saying freaky. And so,
Okay.
No, I'm not saying nasty like dirty. I'm saying
freaky.
Bianca freaky.
Shut up, Bianca, man.
Shout out Bianca B3. You're freaky, not nasty.
So, Bianca is Amari's godmother, and Bianca had an extra 3 bedrooms at her house, so it was the ideal place for me to go to be comfortable.
Damn, she got how many bedrooms? Let me go over there.
It was you know,
shout out to Minnesota,
it was just
right?
her. Yeah, can never pay me to live in the hood again.
Mm-hmm.
But Bianca, you know, she had a house, and so we went there. And my dog, I had a dog at the time, and she called Antoine she had talked about Antoine to me, and I said, is he cute? I like the name Twan. And she said, I don't know. He got bitches. He ain't your type. I said, you're right. He ain't my type. Anybody with bitches ain't my type. I'm a relationship type girl. And when I seen him, my son was in the kitchen. He came with him. Antoine went out the back door. He never saw me. My son now, which is biologically my husband's son. So he came. My son not paying attention. They don't know nobody else is in the house. I scared my son. My son screams like a pussy, and my husband runs in the house like, what the hell is going on? And I'm cracking up laughing. I'm goofy, and I'm like, hi, I'm Ashley, nice to meet you. And he's like, he mad at me, but he attracted to me too, so he introduces himself, and literally me and my husband stand there,
look at that,
and we talk for 2 hours.
How does that Come on now.
That's crazy.
Personal.
Best friend house in the house. You know how like women who
You
be
be like,
single.
how I find a man?
Yeah, and they was like this. If he's not my Vivid man, if he's not the electricity man, I ain't gonna find him because I be in the house. Ashley is the rare occurrence when she met somebody in the house.
I
Like,
literally
pulled
met
up.
him in the house.
Met him in the house. So
And I
that's how
had
that
to go to
works.
school to turn in like my final paper, and that man was just on my mind. I was like, dang, God, what you doing? Like, damn, I keep on talking, keep on thinking about this man. And from that day, every time I thought about him, he texted me before I could even text him.
Damn, that's crazy.
And it may sound a little cliche, but it was literally like love at first sight.
Oh, okay.
And for my husband, it's
Okay.
we can
Okay.
it's not very cliche, but
I seen a little twinkle in your eye. You looked up. You was like, it was love at first
I
sight.
see it.
no, it was, and I'll say that me and my husband, we are a real married couple that go through shit, and I would never say that we haven't gone through a storm or had a storm, but every storm it is that we've gone through, it was worth seeing that sun after those clouds went away.
There we go.
And I'm really married to my person, like
Okay.
my best friend, and I'm willing to ride with the nigga through some stuff.
I'm willing to ride with the nigga too. Like they gotta make it through whatever it is
Shout out
at this
Twan,
point
man.
because Twan is my brother.
We almost 10 years in, and it's anytime you can wake up laughing with your person every day, and you can go and get money with your person at any given time, or I could be like, my husband can tell me, babe, give me everything you got in your bank account. I'm gonna tell you what's going on later. I need you to go to the bank and get a check.
Damn.
I'm gonna go to the bank and get a check
Damn.
because I'm trusting him to guide me because he a genuine dude. You know what I'm saying? But if I say, hey, babe, I need to get some money real quick, he gonna say how you want it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when he needs something from me, I believe in spoiling him as I like to be spoiled.
There we go.
So what you need? You had a long day at work? Let me rub your head. Let me talk to you.
Uh-oh.
Lay
Don't rub
on
me.
my lap so I can clean your ears. Simple stuff like that that's just spoiling your person.
Ain't nobody clean my ears since my dad. My dad used to clean my ears when I was a little kid.
How to make you
Ain't
feel?
nobody clean my
Little
ears.
stuff like that. Like, let me clean your ears. Babe,
That's
come here.
crazy.
Let me lotion your feet after you get out the shower.
Oh, they don't want to touch these feet.
You know what I'm saying? But crusty or not, I'm a lotion them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Diabolical.
You know what I'm saying?
Diabolical.
I believe that men should be spoiled just as women
I agree
is
with
spoiled.
that.
It makes it easier on a man. It makes it easier on a relationship and a marriage.
Hold on. So me, you, and Nate was talking the other day, and we was talking about how I was talking about how I want my man to be soft and open up.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I want to hear all of it. Like, I want you to cry to me. I want you to tell me everything it is that you want to say. And they was like, you don't want that for real. Like, you don't really want that. And you was saying, like, we want to do that, but we can't do that.
We want to do that, but we can't.
We can't do that because y'all gonna look at us as soft. And I was like, not me. I'm not gonna look at you as soft. Like, I want my
I
man
probably
to.
got my legs to the moon. My husband coming
Let
in the
me
house.
tell you,
Come here,
like,
baby. Come
Like,
here.
yeah,
What you
cry.
need?
I need you to cry to me. Like, I
Tell
want to
me.
know. I want to know everything.
We gonna cry together.
I want you to
What
cry
you
with
need?
me. And I was talking to Big. So when I was talking to them about that, and I know we're talking about relationships right now. We're switching the convo, but why do y'all feel like men? Why do y'all as men feel like y'all can't be that way with y'all women? Me and Ashley, like we just said, I want my man to be the softest with me. Like, I know
I
he's
wanna
out
be his
here.
safe place.
I want to be a safe place. Like, I know he out here
No,
doing
we want
everything.
you to. We want you to.
But
And
I
can
want that person.
I can definitely say that.
But they was like, nah, y'all really don't
We
want
want
that.
you. We
but
want
I
you
really
to be
want
that, but we can't be like you. We can't be that around you, but so many times. We want you to be our safe space, and you could be our safe space in like 5 different ways. You know what I'm saying? But our vulnerability, like showing our vulnerable side, crying and stuff like that, we can't do that but so much just on some man time because we don't want our woman. We want our woman to look at us as being strong. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like how your kids view your parents. You just know your parents paid for the house. You know that they had bills. You know that they took you to school every day. You know, like she got Balenciagas and stuff. They don't know what you go through to get the shit. Mm-hmm. They don't know how many times your bank account was overdraft, or how many times you had to borrow money from your parents, or how many times you took out a loan. They don't really see the back side of it. And that's kind of like how a man is. everybody knows the battles that men go through every day, but we don't want to bring that on to you. You already got a lot of problems and stuff. Like I tell Corey, like, why she used to see me go through certain things, and she's like, why are you not upset? And I'm like, I am upset, but I'm not going to come home and be upset to you. I'm not going to come home and be knocking shit over and show my anger with you, because that don't have nothing to do with you. That's something I'm battling outside of this household. Why would I bring my problems and crying and all my worries and stuff and put them on your shoulders when you already got a shoulders full of stuff that you dealing with?
For me, for my man, he could be whatever it is that he need to be, because I'm going to be whatever it is that he need for me to be in that moment.
And there we go. Shout out to the wife.
Whatever he need for me to be in that
I'm
moment,
not a wife.
I'm going to be whatever it is. You need me to be, we got to go beat up somebody, we're going to go beat them. You know, as long as a man don't hit me, you get what I'm saying? But whatever it is that you need to be vulnerable. You need to cry.
Because you're literally putting up safeguards of how you want to come home and express yourself to protect someone else, but who is looking out for you?
Yep.
Like, we're all individuals, and we all have our own emotions, and we all are going through stuff, but it seems as if you going through a lot. So you go to work or podcast, sandbox, whatever it is that you
period.
Go through a lot. You come home and it seems like you have to, what is it called, decentralize or like compartmentalize? I always struggle with that word. I don't know why.
Shout out to big words.
It's a hard word, but you have to
compartmentalize.
Yeah, that one. You have to do that when you get home, and that's not fair, because that means that you're holding that in, and then when you leave, you're dealing with that struggle. Why not talk through that with your partner, because your partner could provide you insight and ways to navigate that you didn't even know that you can navigate it. Because 2 heads are better than one. Always 3 heads are better than one. 4 heads are better than one. So it's times that I come, number one, my daughter is in 12th grade. She's a senior. I am not the girly girl. I've never been a girly girl. I've never been into like the fashion and all that. So this senior year is stressing me out, because I'm like, I don't really care about none of that. However,
KK.
I have my best friend here who cares about all of that.
Can I get some Lavins? Can I get some?
My best friend cares about all that prom and all that senior stuff and all that old homecoming, senior dress party and all that stuff. So she has a whole conversation with Ameera today, like, let's start talking about the prom. And I'm like, I'm so glad you have your auntie, because I'm just not that girl. Yeah. That doesn't take away from me as a mom. Like, it shouldn't take away from you as a man. Mm-hmm. I know my place as a mom. You know your place as a man. But it's like, I have a resource head that likes to do the shit and can help.
Your resources.
And let me use her. Hey, Ashley, this is what my daughter wants. I'm just not that girl to be doing all of that. Like,
well, I think, and I know it probably shouldn't be like this, but I think that's why you have certain people you can talk to.
You can.
You know what I'm saying? I might can't talk to my mom about something, but I can call Ashley about something. Mm-hmm. I might can't talk to Ameera about this, but I can talk to Nate about this. And you know what I'm saying? And some stuff I'm not talking to nobody about it, and I'm gonna talk to Corey about it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the beauty of what I have in friendships,
relationships,
and just being able to talk to y'all and not be judged. Like, I know I can actually call you and you not feel no type of way about what I'm telling you about the other person, because that's another dynamic that fucks up a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. I could tell you something about what somebody did or somebody said, and the next time they in the room, you looking all stank like, I can't believe you said that to Biggie.
Mm-hmm. It's not like that.
It's not like that, and it ain't supposed to be like that. When
I
come to you and I express and I vent, it's supposed to be a safe space, and you're supposed to keep it. Mm-hmm. That's between me and you. That's stuff that you keep between us, because we expressed it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And
because I think that's what we expect from that person too. Like, you tell me something in confidence about whatever, I tell you stuff in confidence. And I remember recently I told Big something in confidence, like, Big, I'm gonna tell you something, no judgment.
Did you tell me too?
Always. She always be the one. I like, Big, I'm about to tell you something, I need your opinion. It's in confidence. I'm only gonna tell you. I don't want you to judge me. Correct. First thing, like, what I'm gonna judge you for? That was the first thing. And I was like, I don't know. And he was like, just tell me. And I was like, all right. And the conversation was so light and so smooth and so refreshing. And some of those, I think in those moments, it make you kind of like reinforce your friendships that you have with people. Because I looked at that moment and I may cry right now. All
right. Don't cry. Don't cry.
It makes you, because like I say, me and Big, I see him as an adult. I see him as an adult now, but I've known him for so long. So I think now since me and him have been talking so much more now recently in like the last 2 years.
Even with Ashley. I've been talking to her a lot too.
Yeah. I look at him and I'm like, damn, big. Like,
sometimes I be thinking Ashley not gonna pick up the phone. I be thinking she's so busy. So I be like, man, let me call Ashley real quick.
Yeah, just
pick
talking
right
because it's
I be on a van.
It's different when we met each other as kids. So some of it is we were kids. Although we was teenagers, we was kids.
Right.
We didn't know shit.
Right.
We met each other as kids. We didn't know anything. So when you meet people as kids and you kind of see them developing their thoughts developing. Definitely when there's a gap when you don't. I talked to Ashley, so I grew up with Ashley. I felt like so me and her developed the same way. So we kind of like grew up together up into our adulthood. But with me and Big, it was gaps where we probably haven't talked for like a year or maybe 2, or it was a text like, "Hey, you good?"
Right.
So when you have like an hour or 2 long conversation and you literally listen to him in a different way, you like, "Damn, Big, you 36? You a man? You out here with the man?"
But I never feel like I'm 36. Like I still feel like
I'm a kid. I'm a teenager.
Like we're so
I'm a
young.
child.
But even though I became a mother a year after you. Motherhood separated us.
Yeah, I still feel like shit. We the same. We the same. I don't look at,
we the same.
We just,
Marty like, Ma, you old. I be like, who the fuck old, girl? Please.
We grew up together. We got kids together.
Yeah.
Everything we did together. So I still feel like we're all on the same boat.
Yeah, definitely. I just pray that my daughter have friendships. That my children, have friendships.
You too, KK. I pray that you got some stuff like this.
Pure and genuine.
But you know what's different about KK, which I can say that was different with us, and I'm learning this again, talking to other people. KK's been to like 3-4 different schools. We all went to the same school, or like when we met, it was just that. It's not like you met us in 9th grade and then you had to go to another school in 10th grade.
But you know what it is? I went through some shit to stay in school. Like to stay in Crossland. Like people didn't know that I was driving from Baltimore. One day my sister got mad because I didn't want to keep my niece and nephew after school. I kid you not. And when I came downstairs to get my keys to come to school, she took my house keys off the key ring.
Dang.
That morning I packed up all my stuff at her house.
And rode out.
Came to school, went to work, drove all the way to Baltimore. I'm talking about 295, 695. I was waking up 4 o'clock in the morning.
Shout out to Kim.
To come to school from Baltimore and going to sleep in a mirror bed for about an hour and a half, driving to work. I'm 16. I'm doing a commute from Baltimore
That's crazy.
to Temple Hills at 16.
Every day. 5 days a week.
Every day. And then my Ameera, I always, my sister, I was technically supposed to go with my middle sister. My mother always wanted me to go with my middle sister. And she lived in Baltimore. I was like, I ain't going out there with them motherfucking Bamas. Like, it's not happening. And Sue lived in the zone because I was in cosmetology. I could still go from Oxon Hill to Crossland. I think I caught the bus maybe 2 times. I had a specialty bus come. Then I was catching rides with y'all. And then once I got mine, I was legit. And my first car was $2,400. I had life insurance money left over for my mother, not a ton. And that was one of the things that it bought my car. And I was paying my sister $200 a month in rent at 16.
That's
$200. My Social Security check was $600, and I was giving my sister $200 a month. And as a kid, I felt like, why is my sister charging me rent? And as an adult, I now understand that she was young too. She was a 35. She my age.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She ain't making a whole lot of money. She my age it is that I am now. We're 18 years apart, and so she's this person that now have to deal with a teenager that she never had to raise.
Correct.
A little bit of petty moments for her because you ain't have to take my keys because I ain't want to babysit your kids.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? All of that built character. It's made me who I am. And
Amen.
I wouldn't change my struggle for nothing because my story gonna help somebody else.
Straight
Because it's another teenager that's feeling like that's parentless and ain't got no way, and I could be that resource to help them, to show them, to teach them how to navigate. That's why my children, they don't lack love or not crave, even though they're big. Come here, give me a kiss and a hug. I love you. And because they're teenagers, they still need to hear that. We still got to wrap our arms around them. And last year, Mari said, Mom, I want you to come to come to all the games. I called Ameera crying.
Yeah.
Why you don't want for me to show up for you? You know what it means for a parent to show up, and for her, it's like, you've always shown up. Let me parlay with my friends after the damn game, and I ain't trying to go straight home.
But Ashley experience as a 16-year-old is different from Mari experience as a
Completely.
16-year-old, because Ashley had a deficit, and Mari don't have a deficit, so she's not looking at it like, I don't have a mom that's gonna ship. Mom, you did.
Yeah, you
so
always did.
Ashley took it so personally.
I did.
And I had to tell Ashley, like, hold on, Ashley, you're pushing your trauma onto your daughter that your daughter did not experience. Your daughter didn't experience that trauma, and you're forcing her to experience something that you experienced that you don't want her to experience. Because imagine how you feel when you was going through that. Ashley was
Shit like that.
Yeah. And when Ameera, I call her because I be needing to hear that truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she got to give me that real aspect. And I be like, you know what? Man, fuck that game. I'm going to go get me some money. I pick you up afterwards. And she be like, don't come in that van. Don't come pick me up from school in that van. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to go home.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to leave you time to parlay. And then I'm going to go get the car if Antoine can't get you. And then I'm going to go. But like I said, if I was inflicting, like Ameera said, my traumas onto my child. And now she's now becoming the age it is that I did when I lost my mom. So this year, I'm working my ass off.
Work that ass off, girl.
And it was
Shit like that. Shit
with
like
people
that.
like, why are you buying your daughter a brand new car? And
I
it's
can.
because
don't release this.
not even, well, he gonna release it. She ain't gonna see it until afterwards. Her birthday Monday.
Okay.
But it was like, why you doing that? Because it's like, I want to set her up. This year, I'm gonna spend the money on the car because for the next 4 years, I plan on paying tuition.
Come on, champ.
And I don't want her to have not a dollar of student
At
loans.
that.
So for what was once a sour 16, my mother's birthday is 2 days before mine. For 16, I didn't get not a gift. I was happy to wake up with a mother. My mother lost all her hair. She wasn't eating. And my mother celebrated her 50th birthday on my 16th birthday.
Shout out to your mom, man.
She celebrated
Edna Kirkland.
Damn, you ain't gotta do all that. That old school name.
Edna?
I mean, but
that's a
shout out.
No, shout
all
out
our moms
Edna.
got
Like,
old
that's a
names.
legacy. That's what it is.
You know, shout out to her. And
All
I
our moms
remember.
got
Shout
old
out
names.
Tanya.
She savage.
Shout out Joyce.
And it was like, dang, my mother celebrating her last birthday on my birthday. So for me, 16 hit different. 16 is gonna be sweet for her. Versus where life became real for me at 16. For her, I wanted to be sweet. So for her 16th birthday, she's gonna be made to feel like a princess all day.
And we gonna rock like that.
Princess. You know what I'm saying? Like, she royalty. I need her to know that.
All our kids are royalty, man. Shout
Yes.
out to our kids,
Yes.
man.
Yeah.
Shout out to our kids.
Teaching them
man.
to know their worth. You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
also, let's just say, I'm going to say this from this aspect. Me and Ashley experiences as parents are different. So my daughter ain't get no new car. My daughter got my car, and I got a new car. But
shout out to Ameera and that Atlas Sport.
No, but I'm saying it's all about what we do for our kids. It's all about a sacrifice. So even if, and this is for all the viewers, like even if you can't afford, and I say this is because one of the reasons why I got off social media, I was off social media for a good little minute, is because we compare.
We compare everything.
Compare everything.
And it's easy to.
It's so easy to compare everything, but always do the best that you can do, and don't compare your best with somebody else's best.
That's correct.
And the reason is because at different stages in life, we have our ups and we have our downs.
our ups and our downs.
And
so don't compare
we have our different
people.
seasons.
And also, social media also highlights the good for everyone. It don't
Always.
really highlight the bad that people go through. It's going to highlight people's goods.
Right.
Yeah.
So don't ever, you listen to other people's story, like Mari getting a brand new car. That's amazing. Ashley going through what she's been through. Give it up to Ashley.
Okay, host.
Point to it.
No,
Okay.
give it up to Ashley though, because I seen her
No,
through
straight
it.
up.
No, for real. Like Ashley been through what she been through, and I tell her this all the time. Like, you was made to be in a position that you been in, because how strong you are. Even though she's like, I've done enough. I'm good. Like, I don't need no more. But she was picked
She was
for
picked
this reason.
for this role to carry
But
it
for
out.
everyone else, just because I just don't want people to think that whatever you're doing is never not enough.
Definitely. And I definitely didn't mean it
No,
like
no,
that.
she did not mean it that way. I know Ashley, she ain't mean it like that way, but some people can. It's all about perception and how people interpret things. whatever you do, if it's your best, it's your best. Ashley got it going on. She's a hustler.
I mean,
No, I am a hustler.
She's a hustler.
I don't have it going on.
No, but I'm saying
I do not have it.
No, but I'm saying
on.
sis be hustling, and she hustles, and she earns every dollar that she make, and she is
Shit like that.
she does what she needs to do.
I set a goal and I executed
and
it.
she
This
nothing
ain't
has
come
been
easy.
and nothing has
go.
been handed to her. So when I'm
There we
saying that, so that's why I'm
Yeah.
saying, like, people sometimes when they see on social media, sometimes they see the end result. They don't see
They
the
don't see
work
the-
that you put behind
Exactly.
the scenes to make things happen. And I say that to you.
And I'm blessed
With
too.
big-
I'm not a single mother.
She's
That's
no,
true, too.
she have a partner. Shout out to Swan again, but Swan is that dude.
Yeah,
but I say that's a big too.
and not just shout out to me, shout out to you because you hold that shit down as a
I
single
know. I don't
mother.
know why you just
Like,
gonna sit
you
here and
got
act
two
like
of
you
the-
ain't.
Like to shine on her, and I always do it, and she gets so upset. But a single mother, I watched Ameera literally go from her mother couch not too long ago. I'm sorry to put your business out there, but to an apartment, to getting a house, to getting a degree, raising both of her kids are honor students.
Yep.
Smart
Shout
as
out to
hell.
her, man. She gonna host the whole
What
show
number
and
did
don't
you
even talk
graduate in
about
our
herself.
class?
Number 8, but we gonna
Number 8.
She could have been number 1. She ain't come senior year. She ain't feel like she had to, but shout out to her.
Shout out to her, man.
She say I'm a boss. She's a boss.
She's a big boss too. A director.
A humble boss. Like assistant director. Like let's
Come on
put that
now.
on there.
Let's-
Like
come on now.
And it's not just that title. But I always tell her, like, I see big things. Like, God has your life ordained, and no matter the struggle it is that you go through, He already had your story written for you. So them struggles is what makes us who we are, and it makes us appreciate
Straight up.
what we have, and it allows us to pour into our children
Yes.
and pour into each other.
And you know what I would say, I am very modest about me. I love looking at everybody and everybody else's accomplishment.
We're
I don't
all
never,
the same way.
Yeah,
We're all
I
the
don't
exact
never
same
look
way.
into myself like I had my kid first out of everyone. I was out here in
You was
these
out here
streets.
freaking.
I was out here in these streets. And
You was out here
I
freaking.
felt like I was behind for a while because I did graduate, you know, with honors and all that stuff. And then I had a baby. And I had to make do what I had to do. But then I was in like go mode to keeping on. And then I just was in overdrive, and then I am where I am now, and I am blessed. I'm not gonna say I worked really hard though, so nothing was really handed to me, but I did have the support. And I always say, anything that happens to me, I tell Ashley first, because sis always be happy. It's Ashley and Big, honestly. Anything that happen, I tell them too, because
like that. Shit
they
like
always
that.
be like, "Hey, I'm so proud of y'all. Like, I'm so proud of you."
Man, we gotta say that to each other.
We
man.
gotta say that.
we
I
gotta
tell
big it
them
up to each
no
other.
one else be knowing them. They know what everything, because I keep everything very modest. Damn, Ashley, I had a question as a host to Biggie, but you made me lose it.
No, we're gonna have to save that for another time.
Another day, 'cause we've been at it for 2
because
hours.
we've been going crazy. But I'm definitely grateful to have you all on this show, and it went better than I thought it was. I think it was the Casamigos. Shout out to the Casamigos.
One more
but
shot.
y'all want to take a shot? Go ahead.
It ain't that much left, but can we do it on it? We gonna
Hey,
pull
look, you can do whatever you want to do.
half of
You
this
want to
out.
ride the boat?
I don't
You want
drink.
to drive the boat?
I'll drive the boat with you. I'll drive the
It ain't
boat.
that
Let
much
her drive the
left.
boat. Oh. Shit like that. All right.
We out here.
Nasty.
It's nasty.
Liquor's just not good.
It's not
Liquor's
at all.
never been
Shit
good,
like that.
but you get to deal with it. But shout out to these two women, man. Grown women holding it down.
Can I close it out?
You can go ahead and close it out, host. Go ahead.
This is the host, Big.
No, I'm gonna close it out because let me tell y'all, I'm so very proud of Big, y'all. No, but not Big. I tell Big this, so this is not new. How many times, Big, we talk on the phone and I say, Big, you that dude.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
So this
over and
isn't.
over,
This is
over
not
and
for the
over.
podcast. This is just from personal conversation that me and Big had. Big is genuinely a great man, great father, great fiance, just
Okay.
great person. Period.
Shout
Like
out.
I love talking to Big about everything, and it's I'm happy in the last like couple of years, me and him develop our friendship more. You know, this is him. I want in the next like 5 years, let's say short time goal, 2 to 5 years. I want Big. I see Big blowing up in this entrepreneur type ish.
Shit like that. Shit
More
like
than
that,
anyone
shit like
else,
that,
only
like that,
because
shit
like
that.
listening to his history and he had this thing in his mind. I feel like it's bursting out of him.
Yeah, man. That's the crazy thing. It's like a creative thing.
It's a creative thing that I feel like he's so stuck, and I feel like it's eating away to him. So I know once he gets that opportunity. So anybody that's listening, y'all got that money to fund my man, fund my motherfucking man immediately.
KK, like I wish they shut the hell up. I'm ready to
But KK ain't gonna say shut the hell up when she get a little bit of that money. But nah, for real, this is big thing.
Yeah. It's my baby.
This is his baby, so I really do.
My new baby.
This is his new baby. I really just want Big to be like it's in my. It's just.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Just post, like, subscribe, retweet, repost, all type of stuff, man. And just help me out, man. You know, spread the word to everybody, let everybody know what's going on, and eventually, you know, what's good is what's gonna happen.
What
What's
God
gonna
has
happen.
for you.
What God has for you is for you. And she close it out.
That's the closing argument.
That's the closing one, man. That's the closing one.
What God has for us is for us.
For us.
And can't nobody take it. They can't shake it. It can't be moved. It's for us.
Come on now.
Shit like that.
All right, y'all. Well, this is another episode of the What's a Name and Them, because this is them and I'm What's a Name. So, nah. And yeah, man, we're going to bounce like that, y'all. I'll holler at you.
You cut it, KK?
That was good. I can talk forever.
Hey, Ameera. Baby, you not know me. I be talking. This might be your fault.
I swear.